welcome back to Dragonriders, a Song of the Damned. We're back with our normal cast. Well, same cast, normal characters. We got Callum, who plays Aegis. We got Sorrows, who plays Tommy. I got that the right way around, don't worry about it. We got Samo, who plays Nerexius. And we have the Ruined, played by Alex. My name is Peter or PB. I am your Dungeon Master. This music is very upbeat. It's cool. I like it. Tommy wasn't here last session, but as Callum said, nothing really happened. Nothing of note happened. It was a shorter session. It was only about 2.5 hours. And in it, we kind of wrapped up the last little remnants of that fight with the orcs in the ranch. And then you guys departed from the ranch, and while on the road, I think it was the night afterwards, you were accosted while setting up camp by some Dragonriders, the Drow elite guard of Vytheria. They tried to take you under arrest. They tried to arrest you. The reason being, supposedly, because you have committed treason against the Queen of Vytheria. The Griffins were led by Fiennes Avenue, the same drow that you met before. If you don't remember who he was, hot romance novel guy. Yeah, his men moved in to arrest you. You all prepared for battle, but then at the last moment, rather than arresting you, Fiennes shoved his rapier through one of their throats, and then the Ruined moved in and whacked the other guy a bunch, and then Fiennes finished off the other guy with his dagger. He basically revealed that he didn't believe in the crime, he didn't agree with the charge, and that something's clearly going on behind the scenes in Narsonia, but that he was going to let you basically run away, and that those two were corrupt guards anyway, so he wasn't going to lose much sleep over it. You instead managed to convince him to join you, basically saying, if you think that there is something nefarious going on in Narsonia, then you should join us, because the enemy of your enemy is our enemy. Wait, no. Your enemy is also our enemy, therefore we're friends. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and therefore we are friends.
You got it.
Yeah, there we go. Brain not on full capacity at the end of a full work week. It happens. You then joined with him. He basically said you can't return to Narsonia because people will be looking for you, and they will probably find you. It will be a hostile city. Chances of you guys being able to kind of elude everything would be pretty unlikely. So instead, he said that he had a friend who recently made port in the port town of Kaiker, and you traveled the 3 days there, and we finished the session off with you guys all arriving at Kaiker port. Any questions before we get started? Nope.
Yes.
Oh.
Do I get anything for my birthday?
Yes, but it hasn't happened yet. As in, you haven't been given it yet. I know. I did forget to say happy birthday to you yesterday on Facebook. I saw it this morning, went shit, but I then went and prepared a present for you during my lunch break. So also happy birthday to Alex for yesterday. You are going to get a lunch. A lunch? You're going to get a lunch. That's your birthday present.
Okay, I forgot. That being said, I don't have him on Facebook or any other reminder.
I mean,
so that's fucked up.
I do have him on Facebook, but also I don't use Facebook, so it's, life is hell. But yeah, so yes, you will be getting a magical item for your birthday. Just as a reminder, birthday presents are randomized, so how good it is, I will say this is not a Sundered Empire setting, therefore I didn't, when it landed on the equivalent of a wand sheath for someone who doesn't own a wand, I went, no. But it might not be like a cool new magical sword that does all the things you want it to do or anything like that.
That's fine. I'm sure whatever it is, I'll make use for it.
At the very least, you'll be able to sell it. There's always that. All right. So, without further ado then, it is the 18th of waning winter. It is around 1 p.m, so just after midday, when you arrive at Kaiker Port. Kaiker Port is a small fishing, village really, more than town, but it does have a port that accepts, various commerce. While it is somewhere between a village and a town, and it's fairly run down, it is kind of this main area where goods come in to the island nation of Vytheria, because it's the closest to the mainland. So, as soon as Foundry wakes up and lets me put you guys on the map, you guys arrive. On horseback, but I can't be bothered to spawn the horses. Fienzen has been kind of flying ahead on his griffin, but has landed as you approach the town and walks the griffin in with you. You have free movement. I'm going to respawn Fienzen because his name's not automatically shown.
So now that we've got a sick new companion, we can get rid of Gion, right?
Hey!
Okay. Why is StreamView not
Viewing?
I have an idea of why it might not be working. No. Okay, we'll switch it to direct. Okay, you're just not doing anything, apparently, StreamView. Might be time to switch to that alternative that I was talking about the other day anyways. How bizarre. It's just straight up not working. Like they can see, it's just that it's not moving the camera at all. Apparently StreamView's not connected according to Foundry, but it is. Okay. Just try refreshing and see whether that works. Don't let it stop the gameplay. It's fine. You guys are just walking through town at the moment. If I know my friend, Captain Talagon Kanar will be in the tavern.
Can we see the tavern? Like, are there any signs visible from here?
Yes, there is. It is this building just down here.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you enter?
Yes. May I roll perception?
Sure.
Comes in. Everybody stands still.
Of course.
That is a natural one.
It's a strong start.
Just gonna see if I can. That looks real fucking shit. Well, it is what it is. The chat is basically not visible on stream at the moment, so I'm just going to try and make an effort to read out the dice rolls. Yeah, so in that one, you walk into the tavern, and there was, murmurings, happy, relatively quiet but happy drinking, people enjoying lunch, enjoying each other's company, etc. and all of that kind of ends in an instant as this big tiefling walks in. You have to kind of bow down to get in through the doorway to start off with, and then you're followed by the relatively normal Eladrin and the freak of nature that is the Ruined. Just using Zila's words, man.
Very true.
Very true words as well.
You feel somewhat unwelcome. It's probably fair to say.
Fail.
Guess I'll head over to the bar.
I'll sort of turn back as he heads off and just say to Thienzen, "So what does your friend look like?"
He would be that drow at the bar, he says, looking to the drow that Soros has just sat next to.
Well, that's convenient.
Well, I placed him well, and you're predictable.
Ah, right. Excellent.
Well, good news is we're kind of back on with stuff and things. Cool. So, yeah, you've approached, and that drow just south of you in the fine clothing is the guy that Fienzen, probably unheard to you, just pointed out.
Yeah. I have no idea. I rolled on that one in perception. I'm not even going to clock it.
He has kind of watched you as you've walked through the bar, and then as you sit down next to him and you hear the stool underneath you strain with your weight, he will just turn back around.
Barkeep.
Hi there. What can I do for you?
A round of ale to my friends and I.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of you.
Actually, make that 4 rounds and the glass of the nicest wine you have.
4 rounds and the nicest wine you have. Okie doke. Wine. Pitcher will be 2 silver. And the ale. If you want a mug each, that's 4 copper each. So 12 copper and 2 silver.
I'll give her a gold.
Thanking you kindly for the tip, she says, taking the gold.
Thank you kindly for the service.
She nods. And then we'll present, she'll walk away and then come back with a tray with 4 mugs of ale and a pitcher of wine.
I'll I'll hand a mug to the Ruined when he gets there.
Thank you.
Give him a nod. Oh, they're at the table. Okay.
I mean, the bar has 1 extra stool left, man.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I'll pass another mug to the Ruined, so I don't have to carry it all.
I mean, she gave you a tray, man.
Oh, okay.
They are.
You're gonna make me roll for this, are you?
No, it's just, you're living up to your nat 1 in perception, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are there
I
any
suppose so.
Are there any mugs on the? How many mugs are left on the bar?
On the bar, there would be the ones that are currently being drank by the patrons there.
Oh, because I thought Sorrows only took a couple.
You also rolled on that 1 on perception.
Oh, that's Jesus.
Oh.
He was
Okay.
presented a tray. I pointed that out to Tommy, and he went, "Oh yeah, I was presented a tray."
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll wait for Thienzen if it looks like he's coming over.
He is. Telegon. It has been too long, my friend, he says, putting one arm around Talagon's shoulders and sitting down next to him. Ah. Fianzen, what a pleasure to see you again. What brings you to Kaiker? You do, he says with a smile. My friends, he says, gesturing over to the table, require passage off of the island. He turns fully around to look back at you lot, and then notices the ruin sat next to him. What's the ruin doing next to him?
Chocolate
I'm
cake.
just sort of like leaning back against the table, just sort of like listening into the conversation, just big grin on my face. Just not doing anything, just sitting there.
He kind of raises his eyebrows at you like, okay then, and then turns back to Fianzen. An odd bunch that you're traveling with. Who exactly are they? I'll let them make introductions, but, he lowers his voice. We require quick and discreet passage off the island. We? You're leaving too? I imagine your mother had a mouthful to say about that. Oh, my mother and I don't really talk much these days. She's far too busy for that Telegon. Haha. Yes, I suppose she always was. Well, I noticed they brought a pitcher of wine, and I have finished my drink, he says as he downs the rest of his drink. So, how about you make introductions? Fianzen will step forward, and he will put his hands on the backrest of this chair, and lean and say, Aegis, Sorrow, Gion, I'd like to introduce you to Talagon Kana, a private merchant extraordinaire.
Thank you for blessing us with your time.
Well, I cannot say no to meeting new people, to enjoying good wine, and helping lost causes, he says with a smile. May I ask, why do you look all so sad? Why does Fianzen here talk in riddles and vagaries of being discreet and quiet?
I'll let someone who was actually here for last session handle this.
You really
Roll
did
history,
roll on that
Tom.
one on your perception, bud.
Huh?
Roll history, Tom.
No, there's no need. Gion
Roll
will speak
a
up if no one else does. We lost someone recently. A friend, I guess.
It was complicated.
She nods.
Hey, wait a minute.
It took you so long, man.
Fuck.
Nothing happened, man.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
Samo
make an effort to
definitely.
look more sad then.
So, if you don't remember, this last session that you were here for, we left it mid-battle and Samo was rolling death saves.
I was at the start of rolling death saves. I rolled a single death save,
Yeah.
and then the session ended.
And, did you roll on that one? I can't remember if you rolled on that one or not.
No, what happened is the one death save I did the prior session, I rolled like 6 or some shit. Then I believe it was Gion tried to
Gion
fix me up,
rolled
rolled
a
an
nat
at one.
That was it, yeah.
And then I failed again, which
Yeah.
was a 0-3, and I fucking died.
Yep.
That's also the reason why you have like 607 gold more now in your inventory.
Oh yeah, you guys
Because-
all vultured him.
Yeah, because Nerixis doesn't really need that.
So
Boot
yeah,
it up.
you do have more gold now, Soros.
Okay. Oh, you win some, you lose some.
But we did roll a nat 20 on finding him a nice place to be buried.
Who?
I can't remember who rolled it, but someone rolled to try and find like a nice place to bury. And got a
You
nat
got
20.
Tom's character to roll.
Was it Tommy? Oh, Tommy, I rolled for you
You found
apparently
a
and rolled a
very
nat
nice
20.
place to bury him.
Okay. Well, if I was going to roll on that 20 in anything.
I took his katana as well. Oh, it wasn't a katana, was it? It was like
It's
It's
just
more like a
longsword.
saber, I say.
a saber, yeah.
Yeah.
I took his saber as well. It shall live on.
So yeah, nothing much happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was a short session, as we said. That's also why Samo rolled, I think, was it 3 times or 4 times last session? That's why your dice average...
It should have just been twice.
Then it might have
I
been
think.
just twice. But that's why his
Yeah.
dice average was so fucking poor, was because he only rolled those death saves.
Yep. And both failed, so I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
And,
I also took his copy of Gobbo and Me.
That's the second most important item in his inventory.
and then also Samo forgot that Samo had asked for us to keep it secret from you just to see how long it would take you to notice. And then when I posted the dice stats, Samo was like, "Oh, I rolled so fucking low. That's what I get for dying instantly." And I was like, "Bro, really?" I deleted the message and just DM'd him like, "Really? You were the one who asked to keep it secret?"
Yeah, I didn't think that far.
Let's be honest, I probably wouldn't have realised.
Well, you did roll a nat 1 and you were role playing it really fucking well.
Yeah, I'm take this seriously, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, Talagon will say, "I am sorry for your loss. Then it is not a day for drinking in merriment of new friends. It is a day for drinking to remember those we have lost."
Maybe a game of cards.
What a strange thing to suggest during someone's wake, he says, narrowing his eyes at you again.
Oh, Nerexius wouldn't have cared.
Norixius. That is a foreign name. I do not recognize it. I have traveled far and wide.
He was a demon.
I see.
My chair's going to creak under my uncomfort after you said that a little bit.
He doo-dooed himself.
Aquaintier, namonste, eroftof, he says in Elvish. Which, does anyone evidently just speak Elvish? The Ruined might speak
Yeah.
Elvish as well.
Yeah, I speak Elvish.
Gion speaks Elvish as well, for that matter, but she won't be able to roll for this, so I won't bother for her. Soros, do you roll? Do you roll Elvish?
Do I roll Elvish? Well, no, I don't speak it.
Okay. Aegis and the Ruined, you can both make religion checks.
Okay.
That is an 8. That's annoying. With this module, the very bottom of the chat gets cut off. That's a little bit annoying, but okay. You rolled an 8, and Callum is AFK, so Callum can't roll. He just said a prayer to Dawn, basically saying to watch over us in response to you saying that you were traveling with a demon. It's not one you recognize, but hey. Yeah, probably different regions have different prayers, it's whatever. Okay. Well, while I feel for you and the loss of your companion, and Fienzin and I go many, many years back, and I owe him more than a few favors. If I am to accept you onto my crew, first I must get to know you. Tell me something about yourselves. Why is it you flee from our fair nation?
I'm gonna look at Thienzin and like raise an eyebrow, kind of ask permission for how much I can actually say.
He just gives you a nod. Just a small little nod of like, you can trust this guy.
Well, we first arrived with the intention of meeting with the Queen. We wish to forge allegiances. We did some investigations for the nation. Safe to say we made a friend there. And I'll nod at Thienzin. Anyway, after wrapping up with a second job, we came back home. Well, not home. What's the word? We came back and found ourselves at the sword by the guard. I do not know the details as to why.
The ensign will speak up at that point and say, "Bless you."
Thank you.
Bless.
That's all I was going to say. You continue on. No, he will speak up and say, "The Queen... Well, the Queen's regent," he says underneath his breath, "declared that they were conspiring against the crown." Nasty business.
Indeed.
Are you conspiring against the crown?
As I said, we wish to make friends, not more enemies.
More enemies. So you have enemies.
Of course. Who doesn't these days?
Why have enemies when you can have friends? That's what I always say.
Well, we aim to have more friends than enemies. Alas, our enemy is a large one.
Tell me about them.
You may have heard of them. The nation of Arzamor. And those they would deal with.
And those they would deal with? You mean half the fucking world? He reaches over and takes the pitcher and pours himself a glass of wine.
Those they would deal with under the table.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down, but suit yourselves. As the saying goes, if you want to tickle a dragon, go right ahead.
That is quite a saying.
It's also not a saying you've ever heard before.
Yeah. Understandable.
Has anyone tried that?
What, tickling a dragon?
Yes.
I would not know. I am not a scholar.
Perhaps they like it.
Or perhaps they burned the village down. So, you have an accent I do not recognize, he says, pointing at Gion. You are freakishly big, he says, pointing at Sorrows. You walk with a shadow over you, he says, pointing at Aegis. And you were maybe once a drow.
Yes.
Tell me your stories. Why should I help you? Beyond the kindness of my heart and my allegiance to my friend here.
Well, as you may see by our appearances, we all come from different backgrounds. We are not unlikely pairing, but we make it work. In our old lives, we were normal people, but that was cut short by Azamor. Everyone here except for Gion was taken as slaves.
I will stop you there. I do not want to know some sub-story as to why I should feel sorry for you. I want to know why I should help you. You will not convince me to draw blades against a behemoth like Azamor. I am sorry.
Of course not. Which was where I was heading with this. Obviously, we did not wish to go quietly. And in our disagreements with Azamor, we uncovered a larger plot. Not only have they been working hard to put a tether around the rest of the world, and as a trader, you might have noticed that yourself, but they also conspire with cultists of dusk. The ensign here can attest for the damage they did upon your nation.
I am sorry, were you not the ones traveling with a demon?
He
As
seemed...
I said, it was complicated.
He was an independent sort.
An independent demon. Now that is a funny idea.
It's been a strange journey.
So, what I should help you for the good of all of us, all living people.
To put it simply,
Let me put it simply then. All living people are unable to feed their crew without money. How much?
How much are you asking for?
No. We do not do this. You tell me how much my services are of value to you. Then I decide whether, with my relationship with Jensen, I offer you any discount. You understand? Letting 4 strangers onto my ship, that is a big ask.
300 gold.
Per person, that sounds very reasonable, yes.
Oh, no. No. No.
if there is not gold, perhaps there's something else you need help with. A service for a service. We can be formidable.
I am a lover, not a fighter. I do not need formidable. I need discreet. I need people who do not bring attention, and one of you is bleeding out of their eyeballs.
I can be very stealthy, I'll have you know.
He tells the truth.
The other one looks to be half giant.
I am tiefling.
Yes, I recognize the horns. But if you want to work, very well, you can make yourselves crew for the journey. I will take you to the nearest port, and it will be 150 gold per head. That's only 600 gold between the four of you.
Five.
Roll me a persuasion check.
But damn, who's coughing? Jesus.
Someone in the tavern. Don't worry about it.
Someone's been poisoned.
I tell you what. If you are going to be joining my crew, sailing on my ship, then another important thing is that you do not disturb my other passengers and that you get on well with my crew. One of my passengers is in this very tavern. Mogh, come over here. Is that
I will
pronounced
probably not
correctly,
react
Robert?
at the first. Yeah, but I will probably not react instantly.
Mogh, you deaf old shit.
I'll kind of knock over like a bottle of wine that's like standing there, like.
Come
I'm
here.
very clearly lightly intoxicated.
Take a seat,
stand.
Mogh. And help yourself to some wine. You clearly need it.
Is there like a wine bottle next to Gion?
There's a wine pitcher in the middle of the table, yeah.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Tell me, if you were... Well, no, let me rephrase. Would you be willing to let these people onto our ship for a voyage to... I believe Gorgari is the nearest port.
My character makes this painfully long. Like, just looks around constantly, like, even gets up and, like, gets super close to Gion, like, right in front of her face, like, looking up and down, stuff.
She recoils slightly from your breath.
Debuffs ours.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't care. And this, for me to say this, took like a solid minute.
He does not care. Very well. 500 gold for the group. You shall work in the crew, and the cameras have been momentarily broken. Don't worry about it, he says, looking at the camera. Yes, and does that work? That's not really any better. Okay, whatever. We're playing around with stuff. Very well. He does not care. 500 gold for the group. It shall be done. Money up front, of course. And as I say,
Yeah.
we will drop you off at the nearest port, which I do believe is Gorgari. Or is it Domask? I always get those two confused. He says, patting his jacket down, looking for a map, which means that I'm opening the map currently to remind myself which one's closer. Domask
Do I
is
have to
closer.
pay you as well?
You've already paid, you drunken fool.
Okay, good.
Excuse Mogh, he is, how you say, fucked in the head. He says with a big smile.
I will not object.
So, you give me gold, I let you on ship. Sound good?
I'm already just like in my bag, just counting my coins. I'll hand over 500 gold.
It is
Oh.
just worth noting as well, by the way, If he drops you off at Domask, which is the nearest city, even if he drops you off at Gorgari, if you were then heading to the Orc Kingdom, that is over the Altrium Mountains and through the Tiefling Kingdom. Because you'd basically be back where you were before you even arrived in Vytheria. So...
Didn't we need to go to the Tiefling Kingdom anyway to meet up with the others?
You
Yeah,
did,
but we wanted the
but
Orc
you-
Kingdom first, right?
Yeah, you wanted to do the Orc Kingdom first and then loop back round, and then the other element
Yeah.
of it is that it will take longer if you're not teleporting or going by ship. But you get out of Vytheria, you could always then, hail another ship. It's just more money. But if you're happy with that, yeah, 500 gold.
I mean, we don't really have any other choices, do we, really?
You could try and persuade him, but he might charge you more.
Sure, I already got him to lower it, so no, I'll just pay the 500.
Excellent, he says, picking up the coin purse, shaking it by one of his ears, and then pocketing it. Now, let it be known that Talagon Kanar is not an ungenerous man. May I ask you a question? He says as he stands up and puts one hand on your shoulder of the ruined.
Sure.
Your feet are about as awful as your face to look at. Have you been walking barefoot ever since you escaped from slavery? He says, gesturing over at Soros, noticing that you've still got shackles around your ankles.
Yes. Yes, I have.
That will not do. It's winter. You will lose your toes to frostbite. I give you a pair of boots when you get to the ship. Yes. It is rude to reject a gift, but if you give it away or sell it, I care not. Consider it a birthday gift, even though I know not when your birthday is.
Thank you.
When you are ready, come and find me. I shall leave you all to your drink. I shall be at the docks. And Thienzen? 4 heads plus you, that equals 5 favors I no longer owe you, yes? Yes, he says through gritted teeth. And he will disappear.
Does it not kind of defeat the point of a favor if you still have to pay them?
He didn't charge me, he says, stretching.
Fair. Fair.
And Telegon is many things. Paramount, he's a businessman.
I can only wonder what business you had with him in the past.
We grew up together.
I'm gonna slowly just sort of like drift my head around the table and then there's Mogh there.
Oh, you're still there.
I will not know that he's talking to me. I'm just looking at the bottle.
Well, I'll just sort of I'll get my cards out and I'll just sort of like lean over the table and just sort of like shuffle them in front of Mogh's face.
I'm slowly looking up at him. Those are some nice cards.
They are. Do you want to play with them?
Me? And I'll turn around, see if there's anyone behind me.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Right, who else is in?
Or not. Has Mogh actually poured any wine yet?
I'm drinking straight out the.
Oh, okay. Right, never mind
I'm
then.
drinking.
I mean, there wasn't a cup for him, so yeah, he's been drinking straight out of the pitcher.
Very well.
Can you give a description of Mogh as well? Obviously, you've got the token art, but
Oh yeah, sure. He's old, not super old, but he's like around early 60-ish. He is very basic looking, besides the fact that he has tattoos in his face, which definitely have like some meaning. It's not like some thug or whatever. White hair. He does carry a stick with him, and it's not quite clear if it's like the Gandalf effect where he says, I can't walk without my stick, even though he can, or if he actually can't walk with it. He definitely like uses it to walk. That's definitely a thing. And yeah, just pretty average looking clothes. Not armored, it seems, at least. And it's obvious that he's not super dirty or stinks or whatever, but from looking at him, hygiene is definitely not his first priority.
and
yeah.
human.
That's it. And a human, yes. He is human. Yes, he is. Classy is, I guess we'll figure that out at some point.
I'm gonna reckon it's Way of the Drunken Master monk.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
So
Maybe it's another fighter.
Soros has opted into the card game. Anyone else opting into the card game?
No.
Mogh, were you going to take part?
I am going to take part.
All right, it's a freeway card game then. You betting or is it just casual?
Just cash.
Cash.
Then roll me playing cards if you want to, if you've got proficiency in playing cards. Otherwise, roll wisdom or dexterity. Dexterity if you're going to try and cheat. Wisdom if you're going to try and play honestly.
Just a normal ability check.
Yeah.
What, I've gone up from 1 to 2. Isn't that nice?
Damn, Mogh is talented.
So 15 from Ruined.
All
4 from Sorrows, who is not wise. He's only just found out that his good friend Nerexius is dead. He's torn up about it. Even though it was a day ago. Or 2 days ago. 3 days ago, actually, since the death. 2 days since the funeral. And Mogh, you win the game. With 19.
Yeah, my character will probably not notice at the very start. Like, once he won, he's like still... He's still in it. He doesn't realize he won. My character zooted.
Oh, well, congratulations, Mogh. You did it. You won.
Did I? Ha.
Yes. Did you not know how to play this game?
Of course I did. Deception check?
Insight.
You believe him. You believe him.
He's a
And we'll
baller.
also roll.
Damn.
Everyone believes him.
What a baller.
You must have just been deceiving us from the start.
I think I'm just a natural when it comes to this. And I'll inspect the cards very closely as if like there's some deeper meaning in them.
Has Mogh ever had a tarot card reading?
No,
Okay. Then
probably not.
you don't glean any deeper meaning from these cards.
Tell us about yourself, Mogh. How did you get to where you are now?
Oh, I'm an old man. I doubt we have time for my entire story, I think.
Any
And he
highlights?
takes another swig. Huh?
Any highlights?
I've been traveling these lands for as long as I can remember. The only highlight I have is that I'm not known anywhere.
Very well. How long have you been sailing with the merchant?
Oh, he's just my way off here. I don't know the guy.
Ah,
I paid him last night.
So what was all that then? Him calling you, like his crew and talking as if he knew you.
He said crew or passenger.
Well, he did give me a light discount for, well, not saying I'm security, but I offered to have an eye out for stuff going wrong.
Ah,
You know, pirate.
oh, you're a pirate.
Oh no, I'm not a pirate,
Oh,
but we're sailing. So,
you good in a fight then?
I mean, I survived until now.
Very true. Times are tough.
a fair point, if any.
Take another swig and I'll realize that the wine is now empty.
Did you want some wine, the ensign?
I do not think that the wine on offer here and I would mix, he says with a smile.
Well, don't think I've forgotten that I owe you a, well, reasonably priced bottle.
Sounds good. But maybe somewhere that is not here, he says.
Understood.
You notice, by the way, that, like, you were probably, maybe leaning on the table, or at least at some point have put your hands on the table. He has sat with his hands in his lap the entire time. The table does have, like, a thin veneer of grime.
Yum.
Yeah.
Have you ever stayed
With
at
the
a
spoons
tavern
table.
before, the ensign?
What was that, sorry?
Have you ever stayed at a tavern before, the ensign?
Yes.
Okay.
Or do I look like I'm a noble to you, the Rand?
Little bit, yes. But then again, I haven't had much experience with it. Still all new to me.
Well, when you finish your drinks, we can be on our way. The less time we spend here, the better.
Agreed.
Alright.
So, what do you plan on doing after this journey then, man?
Yeah, good question. I don't think I've had a plan on where to go the past 20 years, maybe more.
Have you thought about taking up freedom fighting?
Pretty free as far as I can consider it.
Enough. Can't argue with that. Freedom is, of course, the most important thing.
Now that I can agree with.
I'm done with my drink.
I will down the rest of mine.
Alright then, says Fiennes, and he'll stand up. Come on, he's waiting by the docks.
I'll give Gion's shoulder a little squeeze on the way out.
I'll give Aegis' shoulder a little squeeze on the way up.
I'll give this random person a shoulder a little squeeze while I'm on my hands.
Alright, the drow gunslinger pulls out the poison pistol.
Sorry,
Pistols?
yeah, they have guns here now.
Yeah, even though they won't be invented by until the tieflings invent them in about 1700 years.
Maybe that's where Sorrow picks up the pet. That must be it.
No, you're not too far off.
Yeah.
I see.
That's when it was taken and mass produced by Stonefang.
It's just this one random person in this random ass bar that has like guns. Cool.
It's just one of the drow stat blocks that I use to make maps look like they're filled with people. It don't really matter what it says.
What it says.
Alright. So you head down the docks, you see Talagon next to a rowboat, loading up the last couple of supplies on it, a couple of sacks of food, that sort of thing. Ah, excellent. You have finished your drinks, and you brought the drunken fool with you. Very well. Board, and we shall adjourn to my ship, the Jealousy, he says with a smile. Have any of you ever been at sea before? I assume so to arrive at an island nation, but you never know.
Is it called the Jealousy because you wish you had a bigger ship?
There are a few ships bigger than a man of war, but, no. It is called the Jealousy because it is a feeling that is instilled on those who see her.
That makes more sense, yes.
Yes, you shall soon feel a stirring in your loins. Pay it no mind.
I haven't felt that in many years.
Ah. I assume another part of his affliction. The whole boat rocks back and forth as Sora's boards it.
No, on account of the slavery.
But they cut off your penis?
No, I was taken from my wife.
Ah.
And then she was killed.
Well, that is indeed a sad story. You know what I hope finds eases the pain of loss? Rowing a boat, he says, and he hands you an oar.
Oh,
And since you've positioned yourself next to him, You can take the other one, Eladrin, he says, and he passes you the other ore, Aegis.
Oh, I feel like Sorrows. You might
Yeah, I'll switch with him.
Awkwardly switch places on the boat.
As you switch places, the boat rocks even more violently. Okay. Time to start a new playlist. It's hard to believe this is the first time you guys are getting on a ship in 31 sessions.
Fuck,
Yeah,
you're right.
We had enough of it after fucking what's it called?
Fates and Tides or Sundered
Sundered.
Empire? Sundered Empire, you weren't on a sailing ship, you were on a flying ship. Completely different.
I hope this one just doesn't chat back to us.
I hope this one doesn't sink.
On that.
That's what I'd rather hope.
I mean,
Ooh.
your ship in Fates and Tides never sank.
Ooh, it's good. Good song.
It did go over the edge of a waterfall at the end of the world, but you know.
Hmm.
Patat.
Welcome, my friends, to the Jealousy. As I mentioned, she is a man of war, which is to say she is a very big ship. So be careful not to get lost. Do not touch anything that does not belong to you. This is a merchant vessel. There is a good chance that it is merchandise. And, well, we enjoy a little bit of that human savagery, he says, looking at Mogh, when it comes to fiefs. By which I mean, we chop off your hand. Capiche?
Noted.
Even
Hush.
if you are a stealthy one, he says to the ruined.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that from me.
Excellent. Not worrying is my preference in all matters of life.
I shall try to contain the stirring in my loins.
Well, try not to get too jealous now, he says, and he opens up one of these crates and takes out a pair of boots and brings them back over to the ruined. Since you are so clearly a man with little money, despite paying me 500 gold and haggling me down, you are clearly a man who struggles with the basic needs and needs to be mothered. So I mother you. I present to you these boots. They will keep your feet warm in the winter to come.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And once again, never say that Talagon Kanar is not a kind man.
You have done more for me than my actual mother.
That is sad to hear. Alright, he gives you, for your birthday, not your character's birthday, but your birthday, boots of Winterland. Of the Winterland, sorry. They do require attunement, so if you do want to wear them, you will have to unattune to something else. But what do they give you? Well, you don't have to attune to them to wear them, just to get the effects of them. They will give you resistance to cold damage. You will ignore difficult terrain created by ice or snow, and you can tolerate temperatures as low as minus 45 degrees Celsius without any additional protection. And if you wear heavy clothing, you can tolerate temperatures as low as minus 73 degrees Celsius.
Very swag.
Where on God's fucking end of the earth are we gonna find minus 73 degrees
See,
Celsius?
those temperatures were in Fahrenheit, and I converted them to Celsius, and I was like, what the fuck, D&D?
Yeah.
They were originally minus 50 and minus 100, so I don't know if I just did the equation wrong. I googled it, but
Like liquid nitrogen, what is that at? Liquid nitrogen.
Like, it might just be like ice dragon breath. I don't fucking know.
Liquid nitrogen is almost minus 200.
Okay.
But I mean, you basically can't find anything colder than liquid nitrogen. So I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, when I can, then I'm attuned to the longsword of wounding, and I'll attune to the boots.
Yeah, you'll be able to do that basically now if you want to. It's you're not in the middle of like any combat or anything. You'll be able to take a long rest in the ship for sure.
Ooh, does this mean first water journey?
Yes.
Hog.
Okay. You can make yourself at home. As I say, don't steal anything. If you want to introduce yourself to any of the crew, you'll find that some of them are named and have backstories, and others, where you see the artwork seems to replicate, are just extra crew to fill it up, because a man of war would have way more crew than even I put on this ship.
Some have names and a backstory. Damn. Telegon is already a fucking icon.
And if you need me, I shall either be at the helm of my ship, he gestures over the wheel, or in my quarters just behind it. Fienzen, a word? Fienzen nods at you all to excuse himself and follows Talagon. What do you guys want to do?
Apparently we're now an amorphous blob.
Uh,
'Cause I can't move.
what do you mean you can't move?
As in I can't move.
Oh yeah, that's happening again.
Why is that happening?
Yeah, I can move either.
I can't either.
Okie doke.
But it's not like the character tokens we're creating, it's just...
Look.
Oh.
Can you move now?
Nope. I also don't get an error message saying you can't you don't have access to this token or whatever it's.
Oh, you're moving on the wrong place because you're all dumbasses.
What do we do?
Down here.
But I can't see my token down there.
Or
Yeah.
unselect your token up the top.
We don't have any
Oh.
tokens.
Yes, you do.
Ah, it works.
I'm respawning sorrows in the ruin, but
Yeah.
I even made it so that the camera started on this
Oh.
map, so you all panned up.
No,
I
no.
don't think that happened
No.
with us.
We did start up top. That's true. Ah, now the whole layout also makes a bit sense. Oh.
Am I supposed to see anything on the bottom one yet?
So you unselect your token, and then you
Yeah, I have-
scroll down, and then you select your token, which is down here.
Oh, that's not my token.
Unselect token is just drag like
Yeah, just like drag on the map.
across
Yeah.
the map.
Got it now?
Okay. Yeah, it's working now.
Cool.
Coolio.
It's still not working for me?
Have you unselected your token?
Yeah.
Have you selected this one?
I don't see a second token.
Down here.
Be one here.
This one.
Not the one that Samo just pinged. I don't know why Samo's pinging up there. Down here.
So confused, bro.
So
I
the
keep
very
getting-
top map is a
Oh,
clone
yeah.
of the actual map.
Yeah,
that's
you're
just
right,
cloning
you're
your
right.
tokens. That's
Yeah.
you.
I got jumped up again. I don't. Confused. Okay, now I got it.
I don't understand how you're getting jumped up, but that's fine.
I don't know.
All right. So, Tianzhen has gone into the captain's quarters to have a word with the captain. What do you guys want to do?
Are we already sailing? Like, is the boat going
yeah,
already?
the ship is raised anchor.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Good question.
I'll just start doing whatever jobs need to be done.
Yeah. Should we like roll insight or something to try and work out how we can find something?
Sure. First of all, has anyone from the backstory, has anyone ever actually worked on or even sailed on a ship before?
Only in chains.
Okay. I think Aegis technically has been on a ship before, right? Isn't your backstory include that you were put on a ship to be sent all the way to the west, but then they didn't send you to the west and sold you to Arsenal?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Okay, people
Okay.
who've been on a ship before, you can just have a flat +1 to your roll. Since none of you have worked on a ship before, no one's getting advantage.
I mean, my character would have probably been on the ship by now.
Have you ever worked on a ship or just been on a ship?
Probably also would.
Then you can have advantage.
Okay.
What is the actual role, though?
Insight to work out what you can do to help.
Oof.
Y'all are rolling great tonight, huh?
Most mid rolls ever.
11, a 10, and 11. Still waiting on Cyrus's roll.
Sorry, I just I thought my background gave me a bonus to something, but it doesn't.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
No
11,
way.
10, 11, 10. You all stand around like headless chickens. I'll roll for John as well.
Come on. 11. 11. 11.
She did roll an 11 and a 10 on the die, funnily enough. But she got a 17 overall. Have you never been on a ship before? She says, looking at all of you, just kind of standing there awkwardly.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at her like a lost puppy.
You are strong. I would suggest you help over here with unfurling the sails and tying them down. I have no idea what you'd be useful for, she says, gesturing at you, Mogh.
Well, while she says that, I'll walk over to Soros. I'll touch him.
Oh.
And I'll cast Guidance. Bump.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
It's time to abuse guidance. Let's go, guys.
Fuck
goddamn! Sick.
Okay, for the next minute, you gain a +1 d4 on a roll of your choice. She looks over at you, Aegis, and says, You usually study the weather before we set out on our journey. Maybe the navigator would find that helpful, she says, gesturing over at the, I don't know ship terms, prow of the ship, the back of the ship.
I'll head out right away.
I will also touch Aegis.
It's concentration, you can only cast it on one person at a time.
Oh, wait, but he already rolled it. Don't know how
Yeah,
it
but he
works.
hasn't used it on the skill yet.
Oh,
That,
okay, well, no
I
guidance
hate
for
to
you.
say it, I'm not letting Mogh touch me.
Well, fuck you too.
And the ruins, you seem reasonably limber.
Yes, yes. I
And
guess.
decent eyes.
Yes.
Rigging, she says. She gestures over at the rigging.
Rigging, right. And,
How do you tie knots?
what do you, do with the...
You climb and you keep an eye out.
Okay, right, I can do that, yes. I'll scuttle up the rigging.
And you were a passenger slash guard, so you just keep doing what you're doing, she says, looking at Mogh and giving him a little smile and starting to walk away.
As she says that, bro, there's gonna be some fucking sick anime moment now. I'm gonna sigh, and then I wanna wild shape into a griffin, please.
Whoa, he's a druid.
Oh!
God damn.
At a point, Fienzen's griffin is also flying overhead. But yes, you can turn into a griffin, sure, that's no problem.
I just become Griffin.
I am become Griffin, destroyer of worlds.
You let me hop on, bro.
I mean, I will definitely linger for a few seconds if you want to hop on.
Yeah, I'll just sort of come up and be like, wow, could I have a ride?
That's actually a good point. Does he need to have like any riding experience? Otherwise, he falls off. Is that like
You
a
will
thing?
find it difficult to stay on, yes. You also don't have a saddle attached to you, so
Yeah, exactly.
good choice.
I mean, I can't speak currently. If you want to try, that's up to you.
The Rowan is always up for new experiences.
Okay.
The new experience being drowning.
Yeah.
Is there any chance I can concentrate on steady flying just straight and make it easier for him? Is that like...
Sure. What would that be? Yeah, just give me a concentration check. Fuck it.
Oh, could I activate my chains and wrap them around his body and hold on to them like a rein?
Sure. How do you react to that, Mogh?
That fully depends on, is it just chains? Or is
Yeah,
there like
it's
spikes on them or some shit?
No, it's just chains.
I probably wouldn't give a shit. Be a bit surprised, but I mean,
So yeah, if you give me a concentration check, which is just a concentration saving for her, in terms of the roll. I was so
Yeah.
close to doing that one.
Oh.
Alright, it's a 10. I'm not going to give any negative or bonus this. The Ruined. Do you have any like experience beyond like riding just a normal horse? Do you have any experience riding?
Uh,
Like, you don't have
no,
any feats or
probably
anything?
not.
Alright, then I'm going to say that this is just going to be an acrobatics check to keep your balance.
Okay.
With a +5 because of the chains.
decent.
So 20 overall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
you stay on.
hell yeah.
It is,
Sick.
constantly shifting your weight and like being very, very careful not to fall. You do not look graceful, but you are not falling.
I imagine the Ruin is just enjoying the hell out of it. This is probably the first time he's like flown.
Mogh probably does a little fly over the ocean and runs his talon over the water, and you go, whoa!
Fuck yeah.
And then the episode ends with a freeze frame on your face, even though that's actually how he's riding a firebolt down.
Love
there.
that Lord of the Rings reference.
Yes.
I love that.
All right. So we're doing an uncharted journey via water. Water works a little bit
Wow.
different because it's instead the role of the crew. So...
I love D&D so much. In no other game would you just meet some random guy, have him transform into a bird, chain
And
him up,
mountain.
and then hop on his back.
Yeah.
You didn't need the bird bit. You could have just
A
said,
random
no other
guy.
game would you meet some random guy, chain him up, and then ride him.
Okay, let me rephrase this. You wouldn't in no other game would you meet some random drunk guy, chain him up, and ride him.
Yeah.
All right. So the leader role is going to be unavailable for this journey because that is instead filled by the captain.
Right.
However, the outrider, sentry, and quartermaster roles are still available if you want to assist in those roles.
Would I become the sentry again? Because that's what
It's what
my
Nexus
previous
and
characters
Zila
were.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the rules up and stuff for it.
I'll stay as outrider, I guess.
So you're going to help out the
Uh,
bosun then.
How about the who?
Alex is going to help out the bosun. If he's staying as outrider. But I just moved the sentry role into your character sheet as well, Samo. So you should have it on
Yeah,
Mogh as
thank
well.
you. Just on regular Mogh, not bird Mogh, right? Yeah.
Well, I think regular Mogh
Yeah, he has it.
would have it, and then I think in the future, if you wild shape, it should appear there. I don't know, it might appear there, but like some of your stuff is appearing there, like Discovery and Keen Sight, so yeah, it might in the future. It's just that because you've already wild shaped, it's not. So I've made it so that traveling by sea is 5 times faster than any other method. No. Sea is 3 times faster, sorry. Flying is 5 times faster. So for a 4-day journey to Damask.
I have a question. Not sure if you find this game breaking or anything, but I have to ask.
Yes.
Do I get to use guidance on all these rolls?
Technically, you can guidance yourself for all of them, yeah.
Then I would like to add a d4 to all the rolls. Or at least all the group travel check ones.
I'm going to say that you can't do it for all of the preps and all the group travel checks in terms of like
Yeah, that's
every
fair.
single one, because
Yeah.
the assumption is they're kind of all going on at the same time, but you can do it
Yeah.
for 1 for each, and then obviously any other roles that might come up you can use guidance for as well.
Okay.
Right, so if it's a 4-day journey, don't know why I'm looking at my DM screen for the information on Uncharted Journeys, because that's not even an official D&D thing. So, as I mentioned, the captain role is unavailable because that's actually going to be done by Talagon. Aegis, you happy to continue helping the quartermaster?
Yeah.
And then you said you were going to help the bosun, and then Mogh is going to become the sentry. So, good news, you get to have a holiday, Soros.
I get to have a what?
A holiday.
Oh, okay.
Because
You're
you're
chilling.
cucked out of being the captain because you're not the captain.
Just kick up then, I guess. Unless I can help the quartermaster or something.
Listen, you're the
Already
only guy
won.
with a girlfriend here right now. You need the fucking free time, bro. You need it.
Only 1 person per role. So unless Aegis wants you to take over quartermaster for him for this journey, then no.
I don't want to nick his job. I'll take the holiday.
Okay. So if it's a 4-day journey,
Go for a leak.
to Damask. That makes it a short journey. So in terms of prep, what are people doing?
I'll leave no stone unturned.
On the water? Damn.
Does make a little bit of a point. Leave no stone unturned.
I mean, it's either that or scout ahead of the party. But
I
I can't really
I mean, you
do
could
that
do
on
that
the
on
Bro
the
takes another roll, bro. He's like,
Could do that on a griffin, to be fair. But
That's
sorry,
also
I was asking about prep. So preparations, not journey roll.
right, yes.
Sorry.
oh, preparations. Wait, that's under mechanics and rules, right?
Either under mechanics and rolls or it's on the feature.
I believe my one is studying with her.
You want to study the weather?
Sure thing.
Yee.
Nature, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Nat 20, very nice. Okay, you study the weather then. That is a pass. You'd be a little bit worried if a nat 20 wasn't a pass, but you know. Right, okay, so with studying the weather, you have advantage on wisdom checks and saving throws until the journey ends. The character loses this benefit the first time they fail a wisdom saving throw or check. Okay. What are you doing, Samo and Alex?
Yeah.
Oh, consult the occult.
Okay, so Arcana or Religion. That is also a pass with a 16. So each party member may re-roll a failed saving throw once before the end of the journey. And Samuel, what are you doing?
I can't do the same thing that another person did, right?
Correct.
I couldn't. Okay. What did Alex do exactly?
Consulted the occult.
The two things I want to take on golf. You reckon I could somehow procure beasts on water?
How exactly are you thinking about doing this and what beasts
Yeah,
are you
I'm not
trying
entirely
to
sure.
procure?
Roping up some dolphins.
That's a good idea.
They
Nah,
wouldn't
I don't know,
help
like-
in terms of procuring mounts because you're on a ship.
That'd be like a way to, I don't know, maybe there's like some birds flying around and I like do some bird whistling or whatever, call them down and I just talk to them.
So that you can ride them?
No, they can like
Because that's what...
guide the way, tell me if there's like any dangers ahead.
Right, that's not one of the
bad
preparations
weather.
though. You're talking about either procure beasts of burden or procure mounts, and neither one of those is what you're talking about.
He wants to become a Disney princess.
Just don't know what else I can do, man. Did Soros already do something?
No, Soros doesn't get to do something because he's not the captain of the ship. Unless
I
you
am
want
not
to
the
let
captain
him...
now.
unless
Okay,
you want him
I'll-
to be the outrider and... the sentry and...
I'll just
No,
seek
yeah.
advice on the fucking ship, I guess.
Okay, so insight or persuasion.
That's
Hell yeah.
horrendous.
It's a 5.
Hell yeah.
That is a fail.
Ouch.
Okay. So, more than half the party succeeded though. Oh, hold on, I haven't rolled for the captain yet. What does the captain do? Captain's going to rally the party. With a galvanizing speech. That's what he's going to do. He rolled an 8. He also failed.
Wow.
Alright, so at that point, half or more of the party fails. So there's going to be 2 encounters. All right. Do you want to roll on the first encounter or the second encounter, Alex?
Do we not get to roll on the group travel check? Is that
You
a
will.
thing?
But-
Oh,
I'll roll on the second.
damn. Eyeballer.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, have I done this wrong? Sorry. Bear with. Samuel's made a good point. I think that more than half is a group travel check thing, not a prep thing.
I think so.
Yeah. I think the preparations is just to see whether you successfully get any bonuses. Ignore that. So yeah, now you do the group travel check with the DC in place. So yeah, now it's just based on your role what you want to do.
Does the captain start?
The captain is Talagon. So he is going to... What would he be best at? Yeah, he's going to do Inward Resolve. Alright, he passes. Outrider. So the Ruined, what are you doing as your group travel check?
I'll blaze the trail. Oh, no, sorry, leave no stone unturned.
Okay, make a nature check. $19 on the die, 23 overall, very nice. Fun fact, Talagon also rolled a 19 on the die.
Hey.
Legend guy.
So that's 2 passes. Quartermaster, what are you doing as your group travel check?
I don't remember the name, but I'm rolling level work tools.
Good as new.
Yeah, man.
Damn, everyone's rolling good today. On these. 22 is a
Let's
pass.
say you're taking a piss.
You jinxed it.
And Mogh,
Oh.
as the sentry, what are you doing?
I may have just clicked something at the top of my bar, and now I left Foundry. That being said,
When you say
I
you
will.
clicked something at the top of your bar, do you mean you clicked the tab and closed it?
No, I have like my favorites at the top under like the URL thingy, and I accidentally clicked on that.
Fool of a took.
What I will do, I know what I will do though. My staff that I have allows me to freely cast Path Without Trace. I'll cast that, and then I'll go slip the noose, whatever thingy, which will give me plus 11 total.
Okay, not bad. So I'll go ahead and do Pass Without Trace for you while you're waiting to load in.
Sure.
That has not worked correctly on that map scale, but that's fine. You're about to cast Pass Without Trace on the entirety of the world, basically.
I'll take it. Just everyone's quiet.
Why did that not use up any usages? Do
There
I
we
have
go.
to do
Let
the
me just
place measure template? Okay.
open up my
See what I
stuff
mean?
again.
How fucking big that was? No, for some reason that just didn't use a charge.
It doesn't use a charge.
Oh, does it not?
It's for free. That's the one spell I get.
Oh, you're right. It's just
Spam forever.
Just say consumption 0. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So plus 10 to your stealth checks then. So then if you're doing slip the noose, then that is a stealth track with a plus 10 on top of it.
Stealth.
So 27. Hell yeah. Everyone passes then. Unfortunately, it's a short journey, and short journeys any journey can't have less than 1 encounter. So you're still going to get 1 encounter, despite the fact that everyone passes. So. Alright, Alex, roll me a d12.
Come on, baby.
Yikes. Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yikes.
So, you've got a choice for your encounter between natural wonders or a dark place.
Damn. Is the dark place also a thing on land, or is this like a
No.
water exclusive?
All of the
I feel like we
encounter
haven't-
types are the same no matter what biome. It's just then
right.
what they are in the biome that varies.
I feel like we haven't had that yet. Am I tripping? Dark.
Yeah, I
Do you want a quick description of the two?
Yeah, go on.
Natural wonders. The land is filled with wonders from beautiful snow-capped mountains, creating a picturesque vista to small pearls shining beautifully within the shells of oysters. Natural wonders can be inspiring, giving hope and sparking something in the soul, or it can be foreboding and daunting, making characters feel insignificant as they confront the near impossible task ahead. Meanwhile, a dark place. The world is filled with ungodly locations and corrupted sites where evil deeds have gone unchecked and malicious forces hold sway. The site of an infernal ritual where dark things were summoned into the world, the remnants of a bloody slaughter, or the inconspicuous houses where dozens of innocents were murdered. These are just a few such twisted locations. It is easy to be overwhelmed when confronted by such a dark place. The party must steel themselves to overcome these unnatural places.
Hey, that sounds like Zila's Bizarre Adventure.
That would be considered a dark place, yeah.
Yeah.
So which one are you going with?
I'll go with the dark place.
I fucking knew it.
Okay.
Let's go. Is this a new day, by the way? Like, is this the
It
next
will
day?
be. Yeah, I will roll to see which day it is, but it probably won't be the first day.
Kidoki.
In that case, let me do my experimental
Hold on.
just in case. some
It might
shit
be.
goes down.
It might be the first day. It just probably won't be.
We sail off like 2 kilometers gone. We're just in this fucking cursed ass place.
Okay. How many days journey did I say? 4 days, right?
I think so, yeah.
It does happen on the first day. Rip, rip.
Motherfucker.
Oh, suck.
We sacrificed the ruined to this.
Just throw him into the water. Do a little spin.
Okay. So at around about just after sunset, around about actually no, not quite sunset. As the sun is setting, around about 5 p.m. Let's turn off this music. Sorry, Cal. It's alright. You're getting another song from the same soundtrack.
Uh-oh.
This is a little bit intense, though. Okay, this will work. Alright. So yeah, as you're sailing along, what would everyone be doing on the ship, or whereabouts on the ship do you see yourself being?
How long would this be?
3
Like,
hours
after
after
seven?
departure. Fairly early.
Probably still flying. I don't know if the ruin still wants to be up there.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Sure.
Okay, then I'll give you advantage on this roll. What's Sorrow's doing?
I mean, I was helping with the rigging and stuff before, wasn't I? So I'd probably be doing that.
Okay. Gion is guiding you because you have no idea what you're doing in terms of like when you need to tighten ropes, when you need to loosen ropes, where you need to tie things down, how to tie things properly. Like you know how to tie knots, but not sailors' knots sort of things.
Yeah,
And
that's
everyone
a fair assumption.
expects you to just pull your weight and not get in the way. So she's the only one kind of like giving you the time to actually teach you.
Yeah,
Um,
cute.
sure. And what is Aegis doing?
Probably just going over maps and charts,
Okay.
helping with like weather to navigations and what have you.
Sorrows and Aegis then. I'm going to get you to give me a perception roll. I'm also going to get the Ruined and Mogh to give me a perception roll. Ruined and Mogh, you get advantage. But your perception rolls are for two different things.
Okay.
Who first?
You can just all do them together and then I'll...
Okay.
There's a thing as double advantage because griffins do get advantage for perception.
Nope.
I'm looking.
Advantage doesn't
Oh,
stack
fucking
and
two.
disadvantage doesn't stack. The only thing that stacks is if you have disadvantage
20?
and advantage, it becomes neutral. That is a nat 20 though. You didn't need double advantage.
Yep.
Alright, we'll deal with Aegis and Sorrows first just because it's very, very simple. Aegis, you notice while helping with navigation and such like that, the captain, Talagon, and Fienzan have not left the captain's cabin since arriving on the ship. So for the last 3 hours they've been in the cabin just talking or whatever. That's all.
Interesting.
The Ruined, you don't notice it until Mogh starts to kind of like turn his head and clearly start to investigate something as he starts to like lower himself down. So you'll notice it eventually. But Mogh, with that nat 20, you see a small island, probably a couple hundred meters by a couple hundred meters, like really quite a small little island, completely coated in snow, quite rocky, just out in the middle of the ocean. The ship is going to come very near it, but it doesn't look like it's going to like run into it or anything. But you notice that there is a small little cottage alone on the island, pretty much in the dead center of the island, with a little funnel of smoke coming from its chimney.
Just one cottage. It's not
Just
like a
one
village. It's just
Nope,
one
just
singular. Okay.
single house. As that catches your attention and your griffin vision kind of narrows in like an eagle, it kind of like, you know, focuses in. You spot something moving through a small little stream running from the cottage down towards the ocean below. And then you notice that the stream is red. And you see floating body parts floating down the stream towards the ocean.
Ooh.
Just bodies in the
bodies.
water or actually floating? Like,
Floating through the water, yeah.
Okay,
not
okay,
magic.
yeah, okay. yeah, I was. Okay. Did I see what? Wait, what was the thing I saw moving? Was that those body parts, or did I see something else as well?
There was those
Okay.
body parts just going downstream, but the stream is made of blood.
How far away are we?
You could get there within a minute. The ship would be able to like dock and get, you know, drop anchor and get a rowboat there in like 10 minutes or so. If you let them know.
Would the boat already be able to see this island?
If
Where
someone
they are?
brought their attention to it, yeah, but currently no, you haven't heard like the bell ring or anyone call out.
Okay, in that case, I will. Wait, has the Ruin seen it by now? I would try to make it clear.
The Ruined
okay, wait,
will have
stuff
noticed
is
the
going down
island at this point and probably the hut, but won't have noticed the body parts for 13.
In that case, I'll just move down myself and ring the bell myself with my beak.
Okay. Aegis and Sorrows, you see this griffin with the Ruined on its back fly down to the deck, land, and then just start pecking the bell to get it to ring.
Do we roll another perception or?
I wouldn't say perception's necessary. It's more a case of, do you understand what this griffin's doing?
I assume that's not the best sign in the world. Yeah. Okay. I'll look overboard. Kind of see if I can see anything.
Okay,
I'll
roll me a
be
perception check.
yelling island.
Okay, as you yell at island, then one of the crew members will go, "Land ho!"
Is there? I assume there's a lot of crates on the boat, right?
Yes.
Like just a bunch of stuff. Is there any crate with like a skull on it?
With a skull on it.
Yes. That I can see, that I can find anything.
As in, like, pirate treasure skull, or just a skull?
Any kind of skull. It doesn't really matter.
Just roll me
skull.
a luck roll, I guess.
D20?
Yeah.
Damn.
You're very lucky. Yes, there is.
There's a bunch of stuff. I'll point at the island with one of my wings, and then I'll kind of slap one of my wings against the chest, trying to make it obvious that death be upon us.
One of the sailors scratches their beard. They're like stood vaguely near you, and he goes, what's that, lassie? There be pirate treasure on the island. And then another one slaps him in the back of the head and goes, "No, idiot. The bird's saying there's death here."
I'll point at him. That like, yeah, that's it.
The first sailor goes, "Oh my god, the griffins marked ye for death." Drop anchor, and someone go get the captain.
Would have been the pecking of the bell. Would that have been loud enough for the captain to hear? Or was that not? Sus.
Okay, they drop anchor. The captain will come out when summoned. So will the ensign. What seems to be happening here? Why are we stopping our voyage so early into the journey?
There's a death island approaching.
A death island? Is that a common phrase where you're from?
No.
So, would you like to explain what a death island is exactly, Blood Eyes?
Well, it's an island that means death for us.
Pray tell then, if the island means death for us, why are we stopping the ship?
How much closer have we gotten by now?
You
Just so
would
I
be like,
understand.
you know, if you're dropping anchor, you'd be maybe a 5-minute row away.
God.
Don't want to
there's
transform
pure
back, man.
Specs on Tom's screen right now.
I once again point at the fucking skull and then point back. And I'll try to make it look as urgent as I possibly can as a fucking burn.
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage.
My persuasion is asshole. Yep.
Yes, I get the fact that there's death on the island, bird. I'm questioning, why do I care?
As the journey demands that we explore it.
Explain that one to me, Blood Eyes.
Rather rude that you keep calling me that, by the way. I have a name. You didn't care to ask it, but that's fine.
You going to tell me your name?
I think not.
Then I will continue to call you Blood Eyes.
Okay.
It's either that or fucked cunt.
The ruined is just gonna walk away.
PMA, positive mental attitude.
He's just gonna go and find Aegis for emotional support.
Right, well, as much as an island that means certain death for us sounds very exciting, we do have a journey to make, and if we are delayed, I will of course have to charge our passengers more gold for more supplies being used. So, unless anyone has any objections, raise anchor. Aegis apparently throws a sock at the guy. Why are you getting your grippers out on camera?
For free? God damn.
I like how Tommy did a double take just then.
I haven't got the camera up. I'm not looking at that shit.
It's not on camera, you're fine.
In that case, I will fly up and fly there myself.
Alone, because the ruins left you.
I'm just flying over it.
Okay. You fly over the island. You see what I described before. Body parts, dismembered, torn apart, just floating down a river of their own blood.
Surely, if they're still floating down, whatever this is, must have happened like mere minutes ago.
Recently, yeah.
And there is still smoke coming from the chimney.
Yep. With a nat 20 that you got, I can't remember which way round it is. I want to say white smoke is when a fire is extinguished but is still smoking.
Yes.
Then it's white smoke.
Black smoke for it's still burning. White for if it's not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up one of those body parts.
Okay then. You pick up one of the body parts. Do you have any preference of body part?
An arm.
Okay, you pick up an arm.
How many, by estimation, how many people are there? Like if I...
You reckon there was
I had to
about a
count.
family of 5 living in this house, and all of them have been dismembered.
Does family include smaller limbs?
Yes.
Assemble. I'll make sure to take big limbs, just clarifying. And I'll fly back to the ship.
Okay. Let me just double check something. Cool.
Or just
Can
we
you,
witnessed the death of Samo's second character.
can you give me a survival check, please, Samo? $17. Very nice. Yeah, you have a bad feeling about this island. As you drop off the limbs, I'm guessing you're just like presenting them to the entire crew.
And then I once again point over to the island.
Okay, as you drop the limbs in front of like everyone, the captain hasn't yet returned to his cabin. I'm gonna get the rest of you to make me a wisdom saving throw. And Samo, can you also give me a wisdom saving throw?
Can I just choose to fail it?
You can if you want, yeah.
Instead of thing.
I
You
don't
can
want
always
to deal with
choose
that,
to fail a
man.
roll.
That's fucked up.
Alright. 4 of the 5 people fail it. The only one who passes is Sorrows.
Crazy.
So if half or fewer of the party succeed, the party's morale is undermined by the horrors of the body parts being dropped in front of them. And each
Ooh.
party member is going to lose a hit die for the remainder of the journey.
Damn.
So everyone
Yeah.
just minus a hit die off of your character sheet for now. As if
My
you
bad,
used it.
guys.
Everyone including me or not me?
Including you. There's a group
Including
check.
me. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, bud.
How do I minus a hit die?
So you go onto your character sheet.
Yeah.
And then your hit die is the 6 out of 6 below your
Yeah.
hit points. You just should be able to go into edit mode,
And... Oh, edit.
cog, and then you should be able to minus
Oh,
one of them.
Yeah,
As
that
if you
yeah,
used
that
it.
works. Yep. Oh,
Alright. But are
Did
you
that at
still
least
trying
do
to insist
anything?
that people investigate?
yes.
I'm going to say that no one on the crew is willing to investigate because you are a bird who is not making their case very good. If any of the party would like to investigate, they can, of course, do so.
No, I'm going below deck after what just happened. I've checked out.
I will investigate.
I will join.
Investigation.
I'm just going to quickly decide whether Gion's coming with as well. She is not. So, Sorrow's the ruined, and I'm guessing Mogh returned to the island. Mogh's still in griffin form.
Yeah, before we do that, though, I'll... Wait. I want to roll perception check to see if I can figure out who's the richest of our players.
Okay.
Or who seems to have at least a decent amount of money.
I mean, in terms of the way that they present themselves to the world, Aegis easily looks like the richest.
But he's not there right now. I guess from the guys who come with me, I guess.
Okay,
Either
one of
or-
them is bleeding out of the face and is still wearing shackles, and the other one is relatively dressed normally for a barbarian.
Actually, that's a good point. He already paid $500. I'll kind of nibble at Soros's like coin purse, and then look at the captain.
Can I roll an insight?
Sure. Do you feel like you can understand what he's getting at?
I'm glad Sorrows does.
He would like you to pay the captain because the captain said that if there were any delays, he would have to charge the guests more money.
I'll roll my eyes. How much?
For us to stop the ship.
The bird seems interested.
But Lander.
100 gold, and if you have not returned by sunset, then I shall continue on, assuming you have died.
Very well. I'll pass him 100 gold.
Very good. I would row fast. Sunset comes early in the winter. Indeed, it's about an hour and a half until sunset.
Oh, fuck me.
Yep.
What do we have to roll though?
Roll what?
Row.
Yes, because 2 people can't ride a griffin. So,
Brings me to my next problem. Is there a reason why there is no enlarge reduce in my spellbook? I'm just not sure, like, is that just not a thing I get? Because in the official thingy it does say, but I don't know. Maybe it's just...
Let me look it up. Not the 2024 version, thank you.
So I don't get it?
I'm saying no thank you to D&D Beyond for shoving the 2024 version down my throat when I don't own it.
That makes sense. Understandable. Have a nice day.
In the 2014 version, it is not a druid spell, it's a sorcerer, wizard, and artificer spell.
Okay. Well, I guess in that case, you guys have to roll. I'll fly.
Okay.
Last chance, Aegis. Are you joining? Are you not joining?
He's below deck.
Fuck no.
Damn. He's not one of the boys.
Okay. 5 minutes later, you're on this small, snowy, really just like a rock outcropping in the water with a cottage built on it. As I say, there's this stream going downhill from the cottage down to the water below that is entirely made of blood and dismembered limbs floating down the stream in it, slowly. What do you guys want to do?
How far away does the fire look?
The fire's in the fireplace inside the cottage, so...
Can I look at the body parts again?
Sure.
And try to figure out if it was some kind of animal that did that? And if so, maybe figure out which one it is.
Roll me a nature check. It will be a very hard DC to determine what it was, but easy enough to determine whether it was animal or blade or whatever. But that's good enough.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to tell you the exact beast. Instead, I'm going to describe, from what you can tell, the injuries. These people, who all appear to have been human, have been killed by a combination of bites. That seems to be where most of the limbs have been detached, is by bites, fangs and such like. But there are, on lots of the body parts, especially the bigger parts like the torso and the arms and such like, you notice sucker marks from tentacles. But rather than like long wrapping around tentacles, they're more like a hand with suckers on.
Oh no.
The Elder Brain. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. We're doing this, are we, Pete? We're doing this.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tommy.
I have one idea, but I don't know if that's it. We'll see. Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm gonna activate my Crimson Right and my chains.
Okay.
Chains have been activated before, right? You wrapped them around me?
Yeah, but then he got off you to go and cry and like get on Aegis' shoulder for being called a
Yeah.
fucked cunt.
Fuck that. Alright.
Yikes.
So, 8 damage to yourself.
Yep.
Alright. Cool. What are you guys doing now?
Can I spot any tracks or anything?
So
I would also like to have a look.
it is actively snowing and the entire island is covered in snow, so this is again going to be a difficult roll, but it's going to be, I would say, a survival roll to try and spot tracks.
Nice.
Pretty damn good.
Also decent.
Yeah, you can find some tracks. The tracks appear to have come from the water. They've gone up to the cottage, but they also appear to return to the water.
Can we check out the cottage?
Sure. The cottage is a very simple design, one story. It consists of a hall that you enter through the main door, which has a dinner table to one side, and then there are 4 different doorways going off to the sides. One appears to be the room for the parents to sleep in. One appears to be like a storeroom for like storing salted meats and what have you, mostly fish. One appears to be a kind of essentially an area where they managed to build a bathing area around a small hot spring. And then the final area is a bedroom for what appear to be 3 little children. 2 of them shared a bed.
Anything valuable?
No, these are fishermen.
No.
What's that 11 for?
Just wanna see, smell, hear in the cottage.
I mean, you can't
Just
really fit
anything.
into the cottage properly in griffin form. You can like peer your head through and that's about it.
Hello? Okay. That's a good point, actually.
Limitations, man.
Yeah. Okay, but the other 2 inside, they don't see anything. Don't find anything.
Nope.
Okay, well,
Whatever was
sweet.
here seems to have come from the sea and returned to the sea.
How small is this island?
A couple of 100 meters by a couple of 100 meters. It would take you about 5 minutes to walk from one coast to the other.
Oh, right. So this is the only house.
Yeah, and you can see, like, from the cottage, which is, like, up on a high area, you can see the entirety of the island easily.
I mean, then, how many body parts did we find?
Approximately 5 people cut into 5 pieces, missing a couple, let's say about 17 or 18 body parts, ranging from about a 3-year-old up to a fully grown adult.
Alright, so the whole family is dead then?
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, I mean, if there's no one else on this island and the whole family's dead, they have nothing valuable, we may as well just go back to the ship and bounce. There's not really much else for us to do here.
yep. Might be valuable information later on, though. Tell them AO. Free real estate.
Yeah, there are like horrors of the deep just lurking around by the
No, we don't have to. We don't have to tell them that.
I mean, I have said to you guys before that you can set up sticks whenever you want, so if you want to set up home here as
Yeah,
you
maybe
said,
not.
free real estate.
I
Yeah, maybe
mean,
not.
shit, like, it's a free cottage.
You just live now. Live now as fucking.
We've lucked
Fishing
out
island.
into a free cottage. Sure, there's some, like, Cthulhu underling just, like, in the water nearby.
Through
But,
the
like,
underworld.
But it's you
but, like,
guys.
that's a small price to pay for a free cottage.
And
you know?
also,
Like,
the chances of ours more finding you in this fucking island that's not even on the map, like...
Yeah, we
Exactly.
look here.
we need
I mean,
to,
we are like 6
do we
people
have-
currently.
Do we have a map? Can we mark this on our map?
You
so
can
that
mark
we
it on
know
your
it's
map.
not
Yeah,
there?
I'll make a note to add it to the world map.
That's it. We actually like
Ruins
yeah, we may as
retirement
well just-
plan.
And then we
Yeah.
come back in 2 years and there's a fucking shopping center, man. I'm telling you, fuck that shit.
We just start telling people to like fucking get on a boat and come to this island and just start making houses and shit.
I like how
When I
you're
come back,
basically just describing like a
tiny
game of Rust where you're just like meeting people and being like, yeah, we found this little island. Seems like the perfect place to set up base.
Yeah, literally, like, fancy making a town.
All right.
New Blood Hunter residence.
Maybe this is where the Blood Hunters base originates from.
Yeah, we'll build.
I mean, it did have a river of blood when you arrived, so.
We'll rebuild the whole of Kaer Morhen on this tiny little island.
All right. So do you guys return to the ship then?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You're back, says Talagon as you get back the ship, the rowboat being hoisted up on a kind of pulley system. Did you find what you were looking for?
In a sense.
And was it worth delaying the crew and our shipments by an entire 20-odd minutes?
Well, I suppose it was worth seeing if there were survivors. Unfortunately, there were not.
Well, if they had nothing valuable to take, they wouldn't have been very worthwhile survivors. He
There were
flashes
children.
at you.
I want to go and check the ship to make sure nothing's come aboard.
Okay. How would you
Smart.
how would you like to try and do that? What role do you think is the most appropriate? Investigation, maybe?
Investigation, probably. I just want to check every room just to make sure.
Before you roll it.
What do you mean before you roll it?
Before he rolls it.
I don't like the sound of that. Bro, spawning the Eater of Souls. Oh, hell no.
Imagine-
Oh,
boy.
no. Oh.
Oh no, that doesn't show up on the new version of stream, the replacement stream view we're using.
Oh.
That's sad. Okay. We're
It's
doing
the
the epic
bag man
dice
who
roll.
crawled out of Aegis' bag. Nice.
It wasn't terrible.
That's decent.
You keeping it?
Yeah, I'll keep it, yeah.
What do you mean failure?
I have to see if there's
Rigged.
a way I can make that work on this version. That is a failure, yes, but you can't shake the unnerving feeling that something returned with you. Maybe it was just dark memories, maybe it was nightmares you'll have tonight, or maybe it was something more corporeal.
Oh, it's a fucking bag man.
Maybe it was just the body parts that the griffin brought back with him.
Okay, I'm gonna straight up say, after it creeped me out as well, that body part somewhere in the ocean.
All right. Ready to move on?
Guess so.
That is your encounter for the journey.
Hmm.
We officially have AIDS. Oh.
All right. What's everyone doing that evening?
Suffering. Now, at this point, I would have probably turned off Griffin mode.
More specifically, what is everyone doing at around about 1 a.m.?
I'll probably be in a hammock. Okay, maybe not a hammock.
Hmm.
I
Question.
hate to say it, but I'd still be up.
Okay.
I
Why'd you
only
hate to say
need
it?
4 hours sleep.
Why'd you hate
Because
to say it?
shit's gonna happen, man. And I would wanna do.
I don't know where this lack of trust comes from, Cal.
Curse me and only needing 4 hours to sleep.
Oh, that's a point. I haven't asked you to do this in a while, Callum. Do you want to roll me a perception check?
Oh, you motherfucker. I don't wanna.
The demon.
Okay. Yeah, that's not it's not a pass. Alright, so you're turning back into Mogh form, are you?
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Could I have gotten a short rest off in that meantime?
It's been 8 hours, so you could have had a short rest, yeah.
Sick.
Alright, Sorrows, if you're gonna go find somewhere to sleep, then why don't you head down below deck?
Yep.
One of the trapdoors will do, if you're looking for a way to get downstairs.
Is there another layer I'm not seeing, or is it?
No,
you
you
put
should
me
have gotten a UI prompt.
No.
Okay.
The camera glitched about a bit, but nothing came up.
Don't know why. Oh, it seems to have forgotten where it's supposed to teleport you to. Cool. That's cool. Give me one sec. That one. Have all of them forgotten, or just that one? Okay. Looks like you just got unlucky and picked the wrong one. But that's
Okay.
fine, I can fix it.
Do you want me to start over to a different one quick?
No, it's fine. I literally just fixed it, so if you just try going off and on the trapdoor again, it should work now.
There we go.
Cool. And you can find anywhere that you feel like sleeping on, including even below deck if you want to. Tell you what, Gion will also head down, not necessarily to bunk in the same bed as you, but she will at the very least, you know, head down below deck with you. What are you doing, the Ruined, at 1 in the morning?
The Ruined is probably still feeling like uneasy, especially now that night has fallen, and you know, still a little bit like shaken by the body parts and everything earlier. So he'll probably be on deck, just sort of like looking out and just sort of being a bit on edge.
Okay. Mogh, what are you up to at 1 a.m.?
Good question. If I would have gotten a long rest, I guess, stupid as it sounds, just probably go back into Griffin form and just start flying again? Maybe?
Okay, so not going for a long rest?
Oh, I thought I already took a long rest.
No, you took a short rest. Unless you were going to bed at 5
Oh, yeah,
p.m.
you're right. Yeah, no, in that case, I'll be... Yeah, I'll take a long rest.
Okay, so you
The
can
rest.
also head below deck and find somewhere to sleep. Aegis, where would you be at 1 a.m.?
Probably fucking about with my alchemist tools.
Would you be doing that up above deck, or would you be below deck somewhere?
Probably the similar place to where we've been navigating and stuff, because I'll probably have a nice sort of table area to have my tools and stuff on.
Okay. I mean, navigating would probably be going on. Yeah, tell you what, you can go and do your navigating stuff If you go down the stairs again, and then no longer that token because you teleported
yeah, but for some reason it didn't select it.
down here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It hasn't selected it, so I can't see it.
Well,
It's just
unselect your
black
current
for me.
token, and then it's right here.
There.
You should also be able to press tab to cycle through tokens you own, by the way.
That is handy to know.
And then if you head over to this building or this room over here, that'll probably be where you can set up doing some navigating. Just a little what's called mess. It's also weird that it's not like auto-selecting your token as you move, because it does for me, and I control way more tokens than any of you, but hey ho. Hey Mogh, how come you haven't gone below deck if you were going to bed?
Oh yeah, where is below deck? Sorry.
Any trapdoor?
I still... Oh. There you go.
Okay. So this is the person you've been working with to navigate then. Her name is Ankita Roombreeze. She is human, and she has her hair kind of pulled back in dark black braids, clearly kind of druidic of some kind, wearing kind of Mongolian-esque robes. And yeah, you two are poring over some maps late at night. You elves, you don't get tired, do you?
Some see it as a gift, others more of a curse. I just see it as more time to get to work.
Well, I am almost falling asleep on the table, so I will bid you a good night.
Good night. Is there anything you wish for me to get done before next shift?
Just don't run us into any murder islands.
Keep that in mind. Start checking the maps to make sure they're on there.
There's actually an island marked Murder Island on it that's coming up.
Oh.
Oh.
She leaves taking a bottle of rum with her, and as she passes along the deck, she will spot you, the ruined, and flag you down.
Okay.
Ooh.
You came on board with Aegis, right?
I did indeed, yes.
I noticed that since you returned from the island, you have not rested. You must be getting tired, but I sense that you will not sleep.
It may have shaken me a little more than I cared to admit. There's something uneasy about that place.
I am glad to have only seen it from afar. Here, she hands you the bottle of rum. It might make the nerves quiet.
Thank you.
I'll take a swig.
Good night, the ruined.
Night.
Do I clock, like as a player, I've not told anyone of the crew my name.
You would maybe clock it, but maybe Aegis just mentioned the people he's traveling with. If you want to be sus, I'm not going to tell you not to, but at the same time, there is a logical explanation, and maybe I just fucked up. Who knows?
Yeah, no. It's, I'll just write it off for now.
All right. Mogh, you just chilling there? Is that where you're chilling?
Yeah, I'm. Where do I find a hammock? Is there like a bunch of them somewhere?
Yeah, below deck.
Oh, even further. Okay. I'm dipping. Oh.
So would you already be asleep, Sorrows, do you reckon?
Can I roll for it? I can't imagine I'm particularly comfortable right now.
Guess a wisdom
I'm not
saving
even-
throw would be the most appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get to sleep.
I'm full on honk shoeing.
Mogh, would you already be asleep by this point?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, as time passes then, and the others slumber, eventually, Ruined, your eyes will start to get heavy. Doesn't mean that you have to go to sleep. It does mean that you might feel the temptation to go to sleep. Do you want to force yourself to stay awake?
No, like if the Ruined like starts to feel like he could sleep, then he probably will take the opportunity to try.
Okay. And Aegis, you at this point, it is still 1 in the morning. You're not feeling well. If we're gonna, let's say, forward it another few hours. We'll forward it 2 hours. So at 3 a.m., would Aegis be going to bed, or would he still be up, do you think?
I'd probably go to bed 3-4 o'clock-ish, because actually, I don't know what time that people would normally get up for, like, morning rounds or what have you.
You don't, because you're new to being on a ship.
That is true. In that case, then, I will play it safe and say it was early, so if it's 3 o'clock, I would already be asleep. Or meditating.
Okay.
I think that's the one. Do you want me to move myself?
Yeah, you can. And the Ruined, you can also move yourself.
Where should I move to if I'm gonna?
So any of the
Go to sleep.
trapdoors will take you below
right.
deck.
Cool. Oh,
As you walk down the stairs, roll me a perception check.
Oh, hell no.
completely missed the dead body in front of me.
It's going to be hard to
All right,
miss.
George.
Just how much detail you take in.
Do I need to roll?
Does they just see it?
I
Then
mean, I
yes.
guess.
Yeah, then you can roll perception as well.
I guess. Me and the Ruin both just walk down.
You both
Stairs
rolled
to greet
a
each other.
fucking 6 in your dice rolls.
We just both point at each other like, huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
you're doing the Always Sunny meme where Mac and Charlie see each other across the restaurant.
No, we both just walk up to the dead body and we're both standing there just like, huh. Do you remember this being here last time?
What was that? Must have been the wind. As you
Is
walk
this
down,
yours?
even with a 7 and a 9, as you walk down, you don't notice it immediately because it's not on the ground.
Oh no.
The ruin, you would first notice it if you're walking towards this staircase here to go even lower. Then you'd walk directly underneath the body. At which point you would feel a splash of liquid drop on the top of your head. And as you look up, you would see a body suspended, kind of tangled up in loose ropes from the deck above, in an almost like crucifix form, but like mangled. Her bottom, like from about halfway up the shin, her left leg has been removed, similarly gnawed off to the body, dismembered body parts you found on the island. You're also muted, by the way, or you're just talking very quietly.
I think I was just talking.
Okay, I just saw you go multiple times. Aegis, you would just see a dark shadow hanging above the ruin, and then the ruin clearly react to something as he walks underneath it.
Okay, right.
What is it you've stumbled upon, Ruined?
Yeah, as Aegis approaches, I'm gonna say, wake the others. I'm gonna go and get the captain. There's been a murder.
Right. I will head wherever I need to head.
Below deck.
Okay.
I need to head back up, right?
You might have to go off the stairs and back on.
Yeah.
Alright, captain's quarters were here.
Where, sorry?
Just behind the wheel. So here.
Oh, right. Can't seem to move.
Are you using the wrong one again? Down here.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Press tab to switch between tokens.
Doesn't seem to want to be working.
Have you clicked on your token first of all?
Yeah.
Yeah, works for me. Don't know why it wouldn't work for you, but okay.
Oh, there we go. I managed to select it. Because it was all just like dark for me. There we go. I will not.
A few moments pass, maybe 30 seconds or so. But you do, in that 30 seconds, hear a door open. And then this door will open. Ah. Blood Eyes. You were up late.
I am indeed. Probably a good thing, too, as I've just found a corpse aboard your vessel.
Is that right? You notice him peer over your shoulder, and if you follow his gaze, this dwarf is looking over like, what did I just overhear? Adric, you stay quiet about this. Get the ship calm. No need for panic. You, come with me. Tell me what you found.
Okay. I'll shut the door behind.
Fienzen will look over at you over his shoulder as you walk in. A body, you say?
Indeed.
Tell me more.
Just in front of the stairs on the deck below. There's a... don't think I quite got her name, but there's a female hanging, tangled in the ropes. Looks like her body had been gnawed like the, family before.
Grace be upon us. So you're saying that you believe something came back from the island with you?
Well, potentially. I did check the ship, but I didn't find anything, but it's either that or someone on board did it.
You realize how serious an accusation that would be.
Agreed, which is why I believe it to be a creature.
You also realize that if it was someone on board rather than something, the natural first suspects would be the newcomers on board. You and your group and the druid.
Sure, but why would I come and tell you about it straight away?
Why indeed? Fienzan then speaks up. Also, if it was a person, unless they wanted the corpse to be found, why would they leave it right in front of the stairs? Yes. So, Fienzan, you are an investigator. I will defer to your judgment. Of course, my logic goes to if it was a person, and if it was one of the newcomers, to whittle down our suspects even further, it would be specifically Mr. Blood Eyes here, the Tiefling, or the Druid, since they were the ones who most prominently saw what happened on the island. If you're saying it is of a similar ilk, then...
Well, you can have your suspicions all you like, but that doesn't change the matter of fact. We need to deal with this.
Indeed. And if there is an imposter on board, then I need to know who I can trust. There we go.
Just fucking throw them off board.
I do
Just
apologize
for
about
everyone.
you. I do apologize about this in advance. Can you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Can.
Damn! Seduce target.
That is a failure.
Okay.
While you are within this radius, you cannot speak a deliberate lie.
Okay.
Are you the one responsible?
No.
Do you know what or who is?
No, but my best guess is it's a creature. The one that we found on the island. Well, the one that we suspect was on the island.
Do you believe that you can find it and stop it before it kills again?
Perhaps not before it kills again, but certainly find it and kill it.
Do you trust the people you came on board with?
I do. Except Gion.
And why would that be?
She became too close too quickly. For my liking, at least.
Ah. Not one to trust newcomers.
I am, but I just have my suspicions. Just one of those types of people, I guess.
Is it the accent?
Oh, no, not the accent.
Remember, you can't lie.
No, it's, more of just her personality, I guess.
Okay. Now, I do want to make sure that the severity of the situation is something that is not lost on me, but I do need to just quickly, while I've got you in here and I've already cast a spell, what the fuck is going on with your face?
Well, it's quite a long story, but
You're
it
making
turns
short.
out a hag kissed me and it turned me into this fucked up thing.
When you say hag, you mean a literal hag.
A literal hag. Well, technically it was the demon of blood, but
What the fuck is with
yes,
you
in
lot of
hag
demons?
who knows? Who can say?
Alright, he clicks his fingers and the zone of truth disappears. Right, it seems that I can at the very least trust you, so I charge you with investigating this. And keeping it
Aye, aye,
as quiet
sir.
as possible. Fienzan accompany him with... Fienzan accompany him to the body, and once he is done with it, give it a sailor's burial. Again, we do not want to bring too much attention to it. Yes, Captain, he says, kind of turning on the heel of his boot and walking over to you. Can you also roll me an insight check?
Sure. Yikes.
That's a nat one.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed.
That's where we find out at the end there's a fucking vampire or some shit.
This is not me encouraging you to re-roll necessarily, but I just thought of the fact that I haven't really given out much inspiration recently. You did manage to convince Talagon to lower the price, so you can have an inspiration point for that at the very least.
Oh, thank you. In which case, I will indeed reroll.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
a
good
nat
reroll.
20.
better.
Random number generator, everybody. You notice that Fienzan both kind of like froze up when the Zone of Truth was cast, and then fairly quickly removed himself from the Zone of Truth. Because when the Zone of Truth is cast, you're not like you can leave the Zone of Truth and what have you. So he just got up and like walked out of the area, but like it occurs to you that like, hey, maybe he just didn't like a Zone of Truth being cast on him without it being expected, but like. Or maybe he has a reason to not want to be in a Zone of Truth in case anyone asks him any questions. Because it's not just the caster who has to, that you have to answer honestly, it's you cannot utter a lie. So it's, you know, if you had asked him any questions, he also wouldn't have been able to lie, sort of thing. So, for what it's worth.
Like with a nat 20 on that, like, could I maybe just like I don't want to be cheeky, but could I maybe sort of inquire into Fienzan's like general vibe as well? Like just how he like acts like around like me, I guess, as well.
Earlier you like referred to him as like being like a noble sort of thing, like you were inquiring whether he'd ever stayed in a tavern sort of thing, and he was like, do I come off as a noble? You get the sense that kind of cut to the core a little bit, and yeah, he very much he carries himself like someone who is not a noble, and as far as you are aware, he is not a noble. He's a knight, so I guess sort of a noble, but like he is not like super wealthy. He seemed to live in the barracks with the other Griffin riders sort of thing, but he carries himself like one, you know, stiffer back, sits properly, that sort of thing. He's quite erudite with his words. So there's definitely something going on there. You also get the sense that while he is more than happy to be traveling with you lot, he's still kind of assessing how much he trusts you lot and you as a group.
Right. Okay.
Very much he is keeping a close eye on all of you.
Calm person.
Also, just double checking one thing. Yeah, he's short compared to you. He's 5'7".
Oh, right.
He may look like a romance novel front cover character, but he is about Tommy's height, so you know.
Short guy.
Lead the way, he says as he closes the doors behind him. Oh, and also, obviously, with the Nat 20, he has, at this point, now been in the captain's quarters for the last 6 hours or so.
Okay. I'll sort of like lead on then, and without like looking back, I'll just sort of be like a couple of steps ahead, and without looking back, I'll just sort of say like, so you grew up together.
That's right.
And you've stayed in touch ever since, I gather, considering the amount of favors he owes you.
The fact that he is not in chains and the fact that he has a ship that he can sail around the world is thanks to me. Let's just put it that way.
Don't mean to be rude or to pry, but do you have other business with him? Just purely out of curiosity, seeing as you've spent quite a while in his office.
We're catching up. Haven't seen each other in person for many years.
Have a lot to talk about then.
Yeah, well. In that time, he's traveled the world far and wide, and I became a Griffin Rider.
I take it there's few things also that you don't want to talk about, if the way I saw you skedaddle out of that zone of truth is anything to go by.
With your nat 20 that I'm going to let still be kind of lingering, you can see that he does not appreciate this line of questioning, but he kind of like tightens his jaw slightly and then just says, we all have secrets we'd rather keep out of the limelight.
I agree, and I don't mean to, as I say, pry. I don't wish to know your secrets. I just want to know... Well, I want you to know that I do know. And that I won't, I won't say anything to anyone else about what I've just witnessed. Just in case anyone else catches on.
You said no so many times at the beginning of that sentence. He's rolled a 19 on an insight. How truthful is that, or are you suspicious of him?
The ruined is suspicious, but he's also being completely truthful. Like he's not gonna reveal any information.
Okay.
The ruined is basically trying to like buy his trust.
Then
almost by actually being like trustworthy. Like it's more of this he's kind of thinking like if there is any sort of chance that he could like betray us in the future or something, it's better to be a mate to him now in hopes that he maybe changes his mind in the future, so
as Talagon said, why have enemies when you can have friends?
Exactly.
As you like start to walk away from the door, he'll like pause and just say, my mother is the queen.
Ah. Right. Well, yes. That, certainly makes things a little bit more complex.
I'm her bastard, so...
Ah.
You're not hanging around with anyone who's got any claim to the throne, I'm afraid, but,
everyone is a king or queen in their own heart.
Sure. Whatever that means. Do you want to show me this body?
Sure, yes. Well, thank you for sharing, at least, anyway. I appreciate it.
He nods his head. It is worth noting as well that when you were originally going to be put under arrest, it was announced that the Queen had declared you as conspiring against the throne. When you were in the tavern, he mentioned the Queen's regent.
Right.
Also that he hasn't seen his mother hasn't talked to his mother in years. So you get the sense that his relationship with his mum isn't great.
Right. I think it's changed my token again to the other one.
Don't know why it keeps changing. That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the good news is that next session, since we're now using this different version of making the stream be able to see stuff, I'll set it up as levels, and we won't have to be using multi-level tokens, which is part of what's causing this, I think. Alright, during all of this, Aegis, you went down and got everyone else.
I'm just gonna go to the toilet.
No worries.
Yep.
Cool. Why haven't you actually gone and gotten them?
I was waiting for whatever the fuck was going on.
I just don't know where your token is now. I'm trying to find it. Because you're apparently still on the upper decks. Oh wait, no, that A is Alex, not A for Aegis. I'm fucking dumb. I was like, there's an A here. That's Aegis.
I'll try and rouse Sorrows a bit.
Alright. Sorrows is a deep slumber of his 19 wisdom saving throw, but you can wake him.
Sorrows, listen, wake up.
Why'd you leave the keys up
Does
on the table?
Does he wake?
Try again.
You bastard.
What are you, how are you trying to wake me? You're just whispering at me.
Oh no, I'm about to do something to you.
Oh god. Concerning,
mean?
okay.
Yeah, I've got a potion for this.
Oh my god.
We're gonna give him coffee brew or whatever it's called.
No, I'm just gonna start poking him with those stuff.
Okay.
Sorrows. This is quite important.
I'm gonna I'm gonna roll a whiz save. Quick. Okay.
Uh-oh, he wakes up the moment I punch him.
Well, if that's what happens, that's what happens. You can roll that punch if you want.
I am not having a very good dream. Are you actually rolling to punch me?
He is technically prone and unable to defend himself, so that is with advantage.
Oh, okay, cool.
Crit.
That is enough to hit.
Oh. Okay.
Although for some reason your AC is not showing as correct on your character sheet, but it still was enough to hit. But
Yeah, I've got 12 for some reason.
yeah, it should be 14. There we go.
Anyway, I punch him in the side or the arm somewhere.
Okay, he's
Sorry,
not raging, so he takes 3 points of
emergency.
damage. That happens as you wake up, by the way. Like, you were waking up as the fist was, like...
Yeah. Should I roll an acrobatics thing as I'm on a fucking hammock?
Sure, go ahead. You fall out of your hammock and everyone is going to wake up from the sound of that. who's in the immediate vicinity. So Mogh, you are awake and Gion is awake. As you hear a loud.
What was that?
Oh shit.
It's just as well, really, because if I'd have passed that, I would have lunged back.
What the hell's going on? You hear this sailor call out from her hammock as she gets
I
up.
could ask the same thing, Aegis.
I told you it was important.
What's wrong?
There's Can I lean down and sort of whisper to him?
Gion will get out of bed, so she's in earshot as well, but sure.
Yeah. It's a bit of a problem. It's looking like there's been a murder.
You say it so whimsically.
Fuck, I don't hear it.
What?
You heard. It's not good, man.
Are they still there?
But yeah.
Come, show me.
Yep.
I'll signal for Gion to come too.
She turns back to the sailor who's like staring at you through like the gaps in the staircase, and she'll just go, training exercise. You go back to bed.
Actually, I'm gonna quickly go back for. Is it Mogh?
Mogh.
Mogh.
Mogh, that's it.
You can roll insight if you want Mogh on that deception check that Gion just rolled as well.
Oh, Mogh's awake too.
Yeah, you woke
Okay,
up.
Yeah,
won't walk over
I
there.
also woke up.
With a 19,
will-
Gion is lying.
I'll wait for them to be gone. and
Oh,
then-
I was gonna look at you and signal you to
Oh,
come
okay,
with.
sure. Okay.
Seeing
In
as
that
you're the
case,
one
I
supposed to be protecting.
I'll hurry over with my stick. Alright.
How did you just move Gion at the same time? What?
Or I might have them both.
Oh, you still have ownership over Gion, don't
Yeah,
you, from last
probably,
session?
yeah.
Because after you died, we let you control Gion's token for a little bit.
Damn, Ripner exists.
I was wondering
Anyway.
why you didn't like mention the fact you couldn't see anything on the first map. It's because you could see for Gion.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought that was like still intended, but
No, it wasn't. I was like worried that you might give away the game, but I just figured you were being
no, I was chilling.
smart. All right. I would say these two conversations take about the same amount of time, but Alex is currently AFK, so yeah.
Can I walk over
Every
to
day
the
when
corpse
you're
already?
Walking down the street. Yeah, go ahead. Everybody that you meet has an original point of view. Bet Samurai doesn't know that song, does he?
No.
Fucking loser. I'm guessing Callum and Tommy and Alex do recognize that song.
Yes.
Hello. Hey, Arthur.
And then the Linkin Park remix one.
Don't know if I know that.
I should send it to you after this then. It's the Arthur theme tune mixed with This Is Not the End, This Is Not the Beginning.
It's very
Oh.
good.
Oh, I think I have heard that actually then.
Alright, so yeah, you'd all arrive around about the same time at the body. Alright, now that you are all looking at it in a bit more detail, and you can obviously like cut it down if you want to, you can give me investigation checks. 2
Investigation,
6s on
you
the
said?
die again. A lot of people rolling the exact same result on the die at the exact same time. That's worse. There we go. Finally, someone with some fucking intelligence. I mean, he has a lower bonus than the ruined, but he rolled higher. I'll also get Fienzin to roll, since he's pretty good at investigation. Might be helpful for any details. He rolled worse than Aegis, but not by a lot. And can't be bothered for GM. Alright. Aegis.
Yeah.
Do you cut the body down, or do you leave it where it is for now?
I'll leave it where it is for now.
You've got dark vision, right?
Yes.
So even in the darkness, because she's kind of above the light from the different lanterns, you can see, as I say, her leg has been seemingly like half ripped, half bitten off. And blood is like pooling or like dripping from that stump. That's what hit the ruined in the head before, was blood from that stump. The rest of her appears to be tangled up in the rope, not in some way that someone might like present a murder, like a serial killer might, but more so you get the sense that like she tried to like maybe grab a rope to like climb away, or maybe to try and tangle up her attacker, and instead the attacker managed to tangle her up in it and just left her there. But looking at that, if that were the case, if it was like, you know, trying to like attack the thing attacking her with the rope and then getting tangled up in it, that would imply that the thing that she was attacking was either flying or sticking to the surfaces, like the ceiling or the rafters.
It's a fucking spider.
Very interesting.
You wish, man. You wish.
Can I roll a nature roll?
I love how Tommy is so confident he knows what it is, and the funny thing is he might be right, but I don't know. I'm like 90% sure that I know what he knows. Like, I think I know what Tommy thinks, but I might be wrong, in which case Tommy might be wrong.
We'll see.
Yep, we sure will.
Are there any like body parts missing, like just completely gone?
Yeah, so the bottom part of her left leg is missing completely.
Oh,
because
right.
it's been bitten off.
Oh, okay. And that's nowhere to be seen in the vicinity. Okay.
Could I roll a nature roll to find out the best way to describe this thing? That will come in handy after the roll, basically. I just want to give a good enough explanation of what the thing did for what I'm going to do after, basically.
I'm kind of confused by the question, sorry.
I'm going to cast a spell after I do this,
Uh-huh.
but for that I will have to describe what the beast did, basically. Or describe what I figure out about the beast, basically.
I mean, do you think it's the same beast as before?
Yes.
Okay, then with your rolls from before, you'd be able to adequately describe what it did to the other bodies. You can't really glean that from this body, but if your hunch is correct, then it is the same thing.
Okay,
Obviously,
in that
Aegis
case-
can describe what he sees as well. So,
Okay, in that case, I'll bing. What do you mean I have no available spell slots? I do. I didn't. Why do I not have spell slots available?
did we never give you... we may
Maybe.
never have given you spell slots.
Yeah, maybe.
They might have always been empty.
Can I change that myself? Or do
Yeah,
you
I've just
do
done it for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just give it a go now.
There we go.
Yep, that is what happened. What had happened.
Boom. Yeah. So whatever that thing says.
It's a specific kind of beast. You're not really sure what kind of beast it is, unless you have worked it out of character.
So the way I understood this is, it would show me the nearest thing that would fit this description. So if I were to like,
Okay, how would you describe it? Because if it's specific enough, I'll give it to you. But otherwise,
well, I'll say that it's tentacled. I've figured that out yet before. I figured out that it's aquatic, so it can probably swim. And from at least the corpses prior to the one we found, and also this one, I could probably roughly emphasize the size by looking at the bite it took of the leg. So I could say, is it medium, is it large, is it huge?
Roll me just a nature check for the size, and if you get that right, I'll let it happen.
I'll re-roll that.
That was a nat one. It's gargantuan. Alright. It is small.
Okay, then I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
What do you think it
I
is?
think. Is it a intellect devourer?
No.
It is not. Damn.
Final question then to let the spell go off. Do you think it's a beast, a monstrosity? What sort of shape do you think it is? That sort of stuff. Any extra details like that?
Oh.
Specifically thinking about, you described it as tentacle, so I'm like, that could be a squid or a kraken, or it could be something completely different.
Okay, that depends. Have I also seen the tracks we found in the snow before? I would have seen them as
Yes.
well, right?
Yeah.
What kind of tracks would that? Just
Like
footsteps,
hand and
basically.
footsteps, yeah.
Then I'll probably assume some kind of monstrosity.
Okay. You can sense that it is currently within 5 miles. Yeah, you can easily sense it then. It is currently below deck, on the very bottom deck.
So it's where we just came from.
You went on the very bottom deck.
Oh, there's even further down. Okay.
Yeah. As he said when the ruined insulted the name of his ship, it's a big ship.
All right. Well, I think I know where it is. I'll say, getting up. And I'll walk towards the stairs.
What are we doing with the body? Says Fienzan.
Do I only have the current location of it, or can I, like, track it now?
You learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles if you are present. I would say its current location.
Okay. In that case, I mean, it's probably gonna run around the ship. I know where it is right now. I don't think we should worry about the corpse right now. We can worry about that after.
Might cause a panic if anyone else finds it. Do you reckon you can handle it? He says, looking at you as a group.
Yeah, of course.
When you're done and we're not up yet, you can come down and help us.
Sounds good, he says, and he draws his rapier and starts cutting down the ropes. I'll leave her in the med bay.
I'll start descending, I guess. Oh, scary shit.
I'm gonna activate my chains and stuff again.
Okay.
Oh. Poor, I'm getting slapped with the damage today. Oh!
Yes, you are.
Disgusting.
You applying it yourself, or do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah.
3/4 health already.
Yep.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
It won't work.
You're correct. It's unhealable. Fucking done it. we go down these stairs? Is that the way down?
Sorry, give me 1 sec.
Oh.
Sorry. Let me come back up to where you are, because I've already moved you on. Yeah, if you head down those stairs, that'll work.
Alrighty.
Even lower than this, by the way.
What?
Yeah. Big ship.
That is a big ass ship. Can I ask this marine guy next to me? Is this the furthest way down the ship? Is this as far as it goes down?
Yes, indeed it is. That's the bottom deck just there.
In that case, I'll motion for the rune to go first.
Okay, I will hop on down.
Hey, there aren't.
Oh, hey. What up?
So just went ahead, you know.
What was interesting is you took a different trapdoor from the look of things to the ruined. And ended up, like, not on the shelf, and then climbed up on the shelf, and then the ruin came down. You ended up here, didn't you, Callum?
No, I ended up here. I moved
okay.
down and then thought, oh no, I wouldn't be down by that time.
Fine. It's just by the time I got here, you were here, and I thought you didn't climb back up, and then...
Yeah, no.
Evening, says this crew member who's, like, putting up some fishing gear on the shelf.
Yes, morning.
Is it really?
Afraid so.
Well, if it's morning, that means my shift's over, she says with a smile.
Can I roll anything? An insight check
Sure.
on that lady? I don't know, I'm... Bish.
Yeah, she's sus as fuck, man.
I'll eye her up while I'll just completely stare at her while she's going up, but okay. Damn, it's getting crowded here, man.
I think I took the wrong way down. I've no fucking idea where you lot went.
Take a trapdoor that leads down. Ladders lead up, trapdoors lead down. They
Yeah, no,
probably tell you if you're going up or down.
I've gone downstairs, but I've checked each one and I cannot find them.
Well, Soros is lost on the ship. Let's
Vanished.
hope he's not the one who gets attacked.
If I were to expend another spell slot, would you let me just cast that again? Find where the thing is?
Yeah, if you want to.
Cool. Now I just need to... There.
They're in this room here.
Sorry, can you pick that again? Sorry.
Yeah. This one here.
Okay. I will. Oh, is it turned on now?
No, don't worry about it. I'm just doing something
Okay.
real quick.
I'll motion for everyone to be quiet, and I will also cast Pass Without Trace, so everyone gets a +10 to stealth.
Very nice.
I think it might be because my map's
How do
botched.
Are you trying to move the wrong token?
I only see the top layer.
Are you
I don't
clicked
see
on your
the bottom
token?
one there. No.
Can you ping where you are? Ping again? Sorry. Right. What do you think is broken?
Oh, I thought the fact that everyone's on this bottom one down here.
Yeah, so you haven't gone down the trapdoor that leads down to that bottom deck.
Oh, there's another one.
Yes.
Okay. Right, okay, that's why.
I did say, if you haven't found them, then take a trapdoor.
I did. I thought you meant from the floor that I was on before. That'll be why. I didn't see that.
He did it. He found you.
I've been here the
Hey.
whole time, guys.
The big dude.
Are you okay? Says Gion as you finally find your way to the group. Did Aegis just punch, like, discombobulate you?
Discombobulate.
I have not yet found my sea legs.
Alright, so Mogh, you've done Pass Without Trace, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so if people want to roll stealth checks, then they will get a +10.
Heck yeah. I'll also pop up my camouflage cloak as well.
Okay. That gives you another bonus, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Cloak of Elvenkind. While you wear this hood, with this cloak with its hood up, perception checks made against you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity checks, stealth checks. So you get to roll with advantage and a +10.
Cool.
Nice. 14.
14, 18.
Oh, it's only a straight roll because I get disadvantage from my half plate.
Oh, well. 22. Oh, sorry, not 22. 29.
But
That'll do.
Hey, Callum, you want to roll stealth?
Mayhap. Mayhap not.
24. And finally, Gion. Rolled a nat 1.
amazing.
Good thing that basically invalidates the group stealth check, because she's got a nat 1 and she's right next to you.
Ooh.
All right, John, you stay up there. Okay?
There's a reason I don't trust Gio.
Well, I'll gesture for the group that whatever that thing is, it's over there.
Over where?
Over there.
Oh, right.
Alright. Well, who wants to move first?
I'll go if you want. Callum's braving it, goddamn.
He's ready to get tortured again.
Cool. I'm gonna wait for Soros.
Can I roll perception?
Sure. With an 18, Mogh has gestured that supposedly over here, that appears to be an empty corner with a wall.
Huh?
Are you certain?
Did you say that was the room here?
Yeah, I said here.
Okay. It's behind this wall.
Are there any like crevices it could have gone through?
With an 18, actually yes. But you also would assume that it's not necessarily an area that's inaccessible. In fact, hell, you could go and peek through if you wanted to, and I'll say whether it's a room or...
Oh yeah, just ask me to reach my arm in, why don't you?
I know, I'm
There's a
just asking
small
you to put
box
your
as
eyes-
well.
I'm asking you to put your eyes to the hole.
I'll do that. I'll play ball.
Okay.
This
You
box
peer
perfectly
through...
hand sized.
You peer through this small, like, break in the woodwork, literally probably about the size that a cat could wriggle through.
Yeah.
And you just see another room on the other side. There is a ladder hanging down from above in that room.
Oh my god, are we going to come across a flurkin?
And there's a door on the other side of the room as well, against the other wall.
What was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the fan.
There is a door against the other wall in the room. So essentially, ladder here, coming from the floor above, and then door here.
But I don't see any signs of life.
Nope.
There's a room. I don't see anything inside, though.
Is this lady looking at us right now? Is she aware of our...
She's aware of your presence for sure, but she's just kind of busying herself and deciding not to pay too much attention to the bunch of strangers who've come down here.
Excuse me, good lady.
Hi there, she says, throwing a sack and turning around.
Any chance you could tell us how to get on the other side of that wall? I'll point over there.
I fancy yourself a little...
Yeah, exactly, yes.
You take this ladder up, and then there should be another ladder not that far away. You just take that one down.
Perfect, thank you. And I'll give her like a little salute. I'll gesture for the other two to walk up.
I'm once again gonna give Gion the lost puppy look.
So if there was a ladder going down on the other side of this wall, she gestures, then the trapdoor must be somewhere around here. Soros.
I hate this boat.
Soros, it wasn't that far away, so where Mogh's going is already too far away.
Oh.
Yeah, that I suddenly realized that's true.
I gestured it was literally just on the other side of this wall, so...
I see no ladder down.
Yo, it's kind of cluttered here, man.
Huh, there's a corridor over here. Hey, have we tried going down this corridor?
What
I wonder whether this corridor leads anywhere. Do you think this corridor could lead somewhere?
I don't know.
Did I do a good There we go. Did I do a good impression of AI companions in video games when the players clearly
Oh,
lost?
there's doors. Wow. That's crazy.
Imagine using your eyeballs, you know?
Well, I mean, I honestly, I didn't realize there was a door there because I couldn't see it.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine
So I
using
just kind
your
of wrote it
eyeballs.
off.
Now it's time to fuck. Go.
There.
Time to suck.
You have no idea how right you are.
Is this where I felt the creature, or is it still further in?
Slightly further in.
Oh no!
Oh,
Can you roll me a perception check?
Everyone?
Yeah.
Not persuasion, that's not.
These bodies look slightly different to the other ones. They, where the tokens are where the legs are, which have been kind of ripped off from the torso. The torsos are kind of congealed into the wall by, like, meat texture, just kind of like, imagine just like meat turned into like stretchy goop that you just like stick in a wall and it would then congeal, and then the body kind of just gets kind of like molded into the wall. And what looks like kind of pulsating sacs in the chest cavities of those torsos that are stuck to the wall.
Oh god.
With an 18... Oh, wait, no, that was ages ago. Sorry. With a 15, Mogh, I'll give it to you. You also see a pair of eyes watching you in the darkness over here.
Do these barrels have a label?
Firewine.
Do it.
And as your eyes adjust to the dark, and it clearly notices that you've noticed it, it creeps slightly forward into the light. Hey, tell me, were you right?
Yep.
The fuck is even that?
My favorite monster in D&D. It's a choker baby. It's a choker baby. It's my favorite monster in D&D. It's a choker baby. Do 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 do.
I'm the choker, baby.
And yeah, as it kind of crawls to the edge of the barrel in the candle, in the light from the lantern, back in the room you're in, even like there's no lantern in the room it's in. Its eyes like slightly narrow as it looks at all of you. Its jaw like slightly pulsates, and it goes.
Fireball.
Rage.
I was just about to say, I wish we had someone that could cast Fireball.
And,
I mean, I don't think we want that. We're at the most bottom part of the ship. If we blow this shit up, we're dead.
Here's the thing, there's 12 minutes left before the end of the session, so I think that's a good place to leave it, is on a cliffhanger before combat. So let's just go ahead and roll initiative. I'm just going to add everything to the initiative order, and then we'll probably call it for the session. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Rolling bones.
Why are there so many?
Don't worry about
You
it.
know what I want to ask. You know,
Don't worry about it. Alright. That'll be next session. And luckily the choker is rolled the lowest on the initiative, so even though it screeched, all of you are gonna get to do whatever the fuck you're gonna do.
Yeah, the one choker that we can actually see.
Yes.
Yep.
The one choker on board the ship. Alright. That was that session of Dragonriders. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful time. We should hopefully be back on Wednesday next week, unless well, if we don't play, we don't play. We'll let you know. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully these boys don't get too choked or choked up, and
That will.
hopefully none of them get turned into a flesh stack to spawn more chokers. Fun fact, D&D has no information on how chokers breed, so I just went, well, kind of like xenomorphs, I guess. Why not?
Hell yeah, can't wait to become a flesh sack.
I mean, the Ruined is probably the closest to a flesh sack out of the party already, so...
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.